Oh my god. Evil. Please hold.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission. No, not yet, Brandon. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten.
Eaten.
The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
Kevin. God, I love Kevin. The derelict body
Continued our search for the other members,
of Kevin.
and it turned into a nightmare.
It sucks what happened to Kevin. Fucking sucks, dude. Yes, we are. Resident Evil. Oh, God. Kill me. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Get my references up. Haven't worked in clip and color in a bit. Brad. Chris this way. Chris this way. Make for that mansion. Chris this way.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
I always hated not knowing where Chris is, personally.
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. I don't want to go back out there.
Jill, no.
We've got to find...
What was that? Chris?
Jill, no.
Jill, go and investigate. I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way. All right. You two go.
All right.
This area.
All right.
Stay sharp.
Grabbing my references to render this out. Oh. I heard Resident Evil 9 is like one of the greatest Resident Evil games ever created, apparently. They're saying it's the best game since 4, which is pretty nuts. Some kind of Jill sandwich. Blood.
Let's see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Oh boy. Iconic.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it. What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing.
This thing.
Report this to Wesker.
Let's report this to Wesker. Okay.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for it. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
This is the God of War show? I mean, Atreus looks good. Kratos kind of looks like bad God of War cosplay. Like Kratos is almost too accurate to the game.
Any luck, Jill?
I don't know if it's just because his muscles aren't big enough
What's going on around here?
that the costume doesn't look right. It's got an uncanny valley thing going on where
Wesker!
it's an accurate costume on a person that doesn't look like the character.
I'll investigate.
It's not bad.
Okay then.
Again,
Try the door on the other
Atreus looks very good.
This mansion is gigantic.
That's bizarre though.
Start from the first floor.
I mean, it's better than I thought it was gonna look.
The lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Something about his body just looks too small for the costume. It's weird. He just looks like kind of a normal dude.
Listen. If something happens, let's meet up in this.
Maybe it's just the pose he's in. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a good cosplay. It doesn't look like the character though. Like if I was watching it on a show, he looks like too small. Hey, Mega Pussy. Good to see you. Oh boy. Ugh. All right. Yeah, it looks cheap. It looks like professional photography of like a dad and his kid doing Comic-Con cosplay. Like professional cosplayer dad and his kid hired a photographer to come take really good photos of their costume. That's the vibe I get from looking at that. I'm just salty because I should have been the person they cast as Thor. Should have been me, guys. Clip. Oh, Clip Studio. You and your beautiful textured brushes. It's crazy that we haven't gotten a good Resident Evil show. Like, God of War is such a monumental thing to adapt. Resident Evil is just like, get some good actors and get some decent zombie makeup, and there you go. Like, there's really nothing. It's actually shocking to me. Like, Resident Evil 2 would be a perfect season of a TV show. A perfect 9-episode season. It's like, it's perfectly paced. There's just enough stuff. Like, it should not be hard to do. But for some reason, Resident Evil's just cursed. I don't know if it's whoever has the producing rights to it, if they're just like... Because Resident Evil, of all the franchises, that should be the easiest home run to adapt into a show. It's Resident Evil. It's easier than Metal Gear Solid, way easier than God of War, both in terms of budget, scope, and selling the illusion. Like, everything can be done practically. Even like the big, what is it, Plant 42 or whatever it's called. You could do all that shit practically. You could have some really awesome zombie makeup, hire the Walking Dead people, and then you just cast a couple good actors. Really shouldn't be hard. I guess the question is, if you're adapting Resident Evil, let's pretend you're adapting the mainline games. Let's pretend, people listening, pretend you're in the writing room with me. Do we merge Resident Evil 2 and 3 into one long season of TV where it cuts in between, like, it's Jill, right? I think it's Jill. We cut in between fucking Jill and Leon and her and Nemesis and Leon's whole thing, or do we make it two separate concurrent seasons? Do we do season 2 Leon, season 3 Jill at the same time as Leon? What do you do? Because those stories take place at the same time. I'm not sure what the right call is. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. I didn't like that. So now it's gone. Alright. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm thinking of making the. Well, maybe I'll keep it torn leather. Or maybe I'll make it fur. What do I want to do? I might make it fur, actually. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I think you could make a plot. I think you could easily make a plot, a whole season plot out of the first Resident Evil game. All you got to do is add some flashbacks to flesh out the characters. Like add some cutaways of each of the main characters, like before they got there, to like show who they are. Kind of like The Walking Dead does, where like it shows like before the apocalypse, to like really flesh out who the people are. That's all you got to do. Add that, and then you're good to go. Same thing with Resident Evil 2. I think there's enough plot in Resident Evil 2 to do it on its own, but some flashbacks of like the Birkins, some flashbacks of like what happened with Umbrella, you know, the city before it was destroyed. Pepper in some stuff like that, and it starts to feel like a really fleshed out thing. Ooh. For the old me, this game wouldn't have had enough music or sound effects to keep me entertained. But now that I'm a speed freak, no one will stop me. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Yes. Yes. All right. I should probably render out that back foot.
Oh God, what did I do now?
Would
Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back.
Jill sandwich.
Grab my hand.
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
Boo.
Thanks.
They changed it.
But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad
Boo.
and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Not suspicious at all.
Thanks, Barry.
I
I owe you one.
just had something I wanted to check. Hell yeah. There's that music. Wow, look at all my clip layers. So much blending. Look at this blending. Look what that clip did. Oh my god. I can't even turn off all the clip. There's clip under this clip. Wow. Hey. Thank you, Eric Rifle. I will keep it up. Thank you. I think I will keep it up. Oh my god. Alright, so this... yeah, this can go. Alright. So, I'm gonna make more liberal use out of this pen tool for blocking. It's a lot faster. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I needed. There we go. Now I can actually draw some fur. Then I can go back to that pencil tool to blend it out. That's what we wanted. There we go. Now I'm flying. Excellent. Finally watched Sinners. Sinners was fucking awesome. Sinners was great. Great. One of the best takes on a vampire I've seen in a very long time. I'm biased though because when I was 13, my family shipped me off to live with my redneck dad's side of the family in the bean fields of southern Illinois, and they were almost identical to the villains in Sinners. They talked like it. They sang the same songs. They had the same creepy join us mentality. They were very like born again. What is it, Methodist? I don't even know. They spoke in tongues and did all kinds of crazy religious shit. They kept me up till 2 a.m. talking to me about how I can never get a credit card because the mark of the beast is 666 and it's easiest to hide it in account numbers and things that you sign up for without reading them. And credit cards are going to be what makes us all go to hell, and promise I'd never get a credit card. It was just a, boy, it was a rough time. That was the longest month of my life. Alright. I gotta watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms now that it's all available. Gotta. Alright. This whole thing should be darker. Let's fix that. Yeah, I gotta add more studs to this. Jill.
Barry,
Jill, got any good news?
other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Madhouse?
We'd better secure our escape route first.
No.
Gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things. It's yours. Hopefully
Fizz.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see. Thanks. I'll take it.
See you later.
Ciao.
Not suspicious at all. Barry. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Who's the other? Is it Chris? It's Chris, right? The two people you can play as in this game. I literally haven't played this since it came out. Chris Redfield, yeah, okay. Oh. Right, right. I do remember that. Hmm. That's better. All right. All right. Correct. I enjoy that. Meh. Sorry. All right, that feels better. Let's do that back foot. That's right. Let's do that. Got to desaturate that. That's one thing about this is I got to bring it back into Photoshop and play with the values. It's way too saturated. Oh. Let's grab this gray and just hit the whole foot with it. Just to see what that does for desaturating it and setting it back. Yeah, it's better. I'll bring a little bit of this back, like over here. No. What the heck? That's bizarre. Okay. Huh. clips being a little buggy and laggy. A little bit of this back in. And Mike. Go ahead and save just in case. Might have to bring this guy over into Photoshop in a minute. Buddy, you gotta be careful when you're chicken poaching, okay? I need you to be more careful with your chicken poaching. Alright, buddy? Yes. My new autistic special interest is watching history professors watch historical movies and talk about what's accurate and what's inaccurate. I've been doing that all week and I'm like kind of obsessed with it. I can't get enough of it. I watched 3 different dudes talk about the movie Alexander for over an hour. All the things that are right and all the things that are wrong. And I was like, all right. This is my new world. This is where I'm gonna live now. Yeah, do you? It's like a guy who looks like he should be too handsome to be a history professor. He's like this like middle-aged silver fox British guy, and he's like, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite films of all time, Lawrence of Arabia. Like, all right, I'm down. Down to listen to you talk to me about what's accurate and inaccurate in Lawrence of Arabia for 45 minutes. I'll do that. I'll make that deal. Hell of a deal. I did watch History Buff's 2-hour shitting on Napoleon. I did watch that. I like Nick Hodges. He's not who I was talking about, but I do watch every episode of History Buffs. I think Nick does really, really good videos, really high quality videos. Really, really well produced. Maybe I shouldn't show the bottom of that dagger. Maybe that's weird. I think it might be weird. Something about it looks off. Let me go ahead and try to play with erasing that. Yeah. Yes. 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 Still haven't seen Napoleon. I kind of want to, just out of like morbid curiosity, because the acting looks so bad in it. The two reasons I want to watch it are the acting looks incredibly bad, so it's going to be funny. And also, even when Ridley Scott makes a bad movie, the art direction's usually unbelievably good. For some reason, Ridley Scott has never lost his visual flair. I don't know why. I don't know why he lost all of his other skills and not that one. But holy shit, are his movies beautiful. Consistently beautiful. Do 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 do. Yes. I have the Charlie XCX Wuthering Heights soundtrack stuck in my brain, and it will not go away no matter what I do. I think I've listened to Chains of Love 1,000 times, and it still hasn't gone away. I really hate when something gets stuck in my head, because my head especially just will not let it go. It just won't let it go for weeks and weeks and weeks. You guys ever have a song that gets stuck in your head and you don't know what the song is, and it slowly drives you crazy over the course of 10 years? And like at least once or twice a week you'll randomly think of the melody, and then you'll search everywhere for what it could possibly be, and you never find it. You guys ever had that happen? Is this something only I deal with? Because interestingly, I've had a song stuck in my head that comes back at least twice a week. Every week for the past like 10 years. And when I was on my history professor reacting to movies binge, I heard the song. And I found it after 10 fucking years, guys. I found the song that was stuck in my head, and now I have it. And I can't even. I freaked out when I heard it. I lost my shit. I was like, there it is! I had this one phrase. Oh my god. What up? I am. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to talk and work, but we can try this.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I can go pretty quick, but I just wanted to tell you something that I found. This is proper use of AI I'm about to deliver to you.
Okay, I am live.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right.
So I took that audio file, the one I sent you.
Oh, it transcribed it?
Dude, I fed it into a transcription thing that's an AI. It
Yeah.
transcribed it. Not only that, Dan,
Mm.
I then fed it into another one and I just said, can you figure out based on the dialogue who's speaking, give titles to them, and then format it for final draft?
Oh,
it
did it
did.
do it? Really?
Yes.
So we can
And
just
I sent
record
it
our
to you.
we can just record our conversations now.
Yes, dude. It's
Hell
only the fun part.
yeah.
Only the fun
Oh!
part.
Ethical use of AI. Where did you send it to me?
On
And
Gmail.
it's, oh my
We'll probably
god.
have to like
No, that's
we'll have
fine.
to listen.
That's
We'll
fine.
have to listen to the audio and like make sure it didn't change anything.
Oh man.
But how cool is that, dude?
That fucking rules, buddy. I am.
Yeah,
I
looked
am.
at-
Oh, that's such a relief. Oh my god.
Dude, I looked at the FDX and I was like, fuck. It even turned me into the narrator because I'm describing like moments
Oh my god. We can just
as like descriptors.
we can just record writing sessions and let it oh.
Yes, dude.
Guys listening, people listening, I can't describe to you how much time I spend trying to write down everything we're coming up with in real time while we're trying to be funny, and like it's so stressful. Like I have to like take a nap after our writing sessions because we'll be brainstorming for like 4 or 5 hours straight.
For like 6 hours.
6 hours straight sometimes, and I have to write everything down as we're doing it while also still trying to contribute my own ideas, and it's just it completely cooks my brain.
Yeah.
So this is like, ooh,
Dude, it's over. We don't have to do that anymore.
fuck, and it's an AI that doesn't train itself on stolen shit. Oh,
Yeah. How cool is that? It literally
That's-
just takes what we said,
fucking incredible.
puts it in text.
That's incredible.
it.
That's incredible. Can we what's the easiest way to record both of us talking on like a call? What would be the app?
I don't know. That's the one thing I gotta figure out.
Okay.
I gotta find a way to do it. I just took what was on the recorder that I have,
Yeah,
and I fed that file, and that was easy.
man.
But dude, I didn't even. It was beautiful. I didn't even say to it who the characters were or anything, just based off of the writing. It got everything right. Who was talking?
I
when.
can't wait to open that and look at it later. I'm so pumped to
It
read that.
was so satisfying.
Fuck. Because I almost did that. I almost didn't stream and was going to transcribe that thing this morning, but I decided to paint.
Yeah, it's the worst.
That's such a
Because that's what I'm
crazy
doing
relief.
this morning too. I'm transcribing Miss Lasagna.
Oh my god. You can just
So I was just like,
talk into
I'm
your
so
microphone.
bored. I don't
Holy
want to do
shit.
it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's really great.
Worst part. The worst part's over.
Oh, literally the worst part.
Like, there's nothing to be gained
Yeah.
from doing that on your
No.
own. Like, literally nothing. You don't go like, oh, I'm really missing out.
Oh my god. 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 I just thought of something.
Yeah.
Can we feed it the whole audiobook and make Steve Lichman Volume 2 the audiobook the novel?
Yes.
Do you think it'll do it?
Only some stuff.
Oh.
You'd have to like, because like some stuff is like, well, yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
It's just imperative that you obviously do like pretty severe editing.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'd go through it, but
That's really it. It's not like a solve all where like
it would save.
there it is.
I want to see what it does with
But
the
it
sound effects.
saves about 1,000,000 hours.
I want to see what it does with the sound effects.
Yeah, that's kind of the stuff I'm talking about. And also like
Yeah.
when you're like schlucking and schlurking, like
Yeah.
that stuff's,
Or when 20 characters are talking at once, and Clarence turns into a rat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that sort of stuff is going to be different.
Oh man, that's very exciting news.
I figured that out and I went into it and I just like went through it.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh my god.
that's
Are you
incredible.
fucking serious?"
That's like,
Oh, by the way, um
what?
uh in Chat GPT, like if you have it on
Mm.
like browser,
Hmm.
there's a little button on it. So like if you sign up, you don't even have to do anything. Like you got to hear this just cuz it's great. They have this AI called Whisper
Uh huh.
and it's basically what you speak to. So you can click dictate
Okay.
on ask anything when it says like what are you working on? You click dictate and you just talk into the mic everything you want to say and it will transcribe it like perfectly and then you just copy that and then you don't even have to press enter.
Oh
Like
wow,
you can just have it
that's pretty great.
and then edit it.
That's
Like
pretty rad.
yeah, and you can speak I think for like 10 minutes straight.
Oh, the other thing I didn't think of. I'm assuming when it transcribes the stuff, it automatically gets all the grammar perfect, right? Because it's an AI.
I tell it not to do that. I say don't change anything because a lot of that stuff is funnier than it being right.
I just mean the grammar in terms of like sentence structure and stuff. Like if you're doing like a
Oh,
script,
yes,
yeah.
it does that. But you don't want it to try and like correct your
No, no,
words.
no, 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 no speech correction. I just mean if we ever turn in a script for like a TV thing again, all of the syntax and stuff will be there.
Yeah.
The correct apostrophes and periods and stuff. Oh man, that's so dope.
I'm so happy though.
That's so dope.
It's like I didn't even think about it. I was like, wait a second. And then I did the FDX thing and I went, oh, yes.
Yes, that's incredible.
Oh,
Well, now
yes.
also I can just say, I can say like, end scene, transition, exterior, Ricky's mobile home, scene
Yeah.
description, the sun is setting, the air smells like dry beer on a cold summer's night. Like, I can just do all that,
Yeah.
then say dialogue, Ricky speaks, and yeah.
Well, the best part is that like some of the worst stuff that happens is overthinking in the writing.
Yes,
And like
100%.
to get that out and just be like, here's the free dialogue that's funny the whole time.
Permanent flow state.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
so much better. Like it's always that's why I started using a recorder because I was like, I can't sit and write this. It just sounds like I'm sitting and writing it.
Yes.
It doesn't it doesn't feel good. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound good. So I was like, I gotta figure out a way to do this. To not have to fucking transcribe because you get nothing from that. Nothing.
No, nothing at all.
There's not like a whoa.
Ooh.
I'm learning.
Oh.
Thank God I'm doing this. I'm learning so much just copying what I'm saying down onto paper.
The only thing you get out of that process is when you go back to proofread it the second time, you can do punch ups, but you can literally do that anyway, so it
Yeah, but
doesn't
that's
matter.
yeah. I was gonna say that's the same difference.
It's the same
like you just
exact
have
thing. Yeah.
because then the best part about that is that the punch ups you can just record those. You can just be
Yes.
like, here's a line. Because the thing is that like I change lines on the fly. Like if I am rereading dialogue, like to you, like to Dan, I reread dialogue of Miss Lasagna the other day, and like as I'm reading it, I'm editing it because I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna flow
Yeah.
correctly now
Yeah.
that I'm saying it out loud.
Right. The rhythm of it,
Like
the rhythm of the
yeah,
jokes doesn't
like
always
the
work.
cadence of a person
Yeah.
changes. You know, like you have to think and be the character and be like, ooh, right, that
Yeah.
that wouldn't sound like that.
Right.
So like that's so important.
Yeah, it's huge.
Like having your voice come through. And so
Especially because our thing is like, people always say, this sounds like people I know. It's like, yeah, you got to get that part right. That's like how people talk, including all of the stuff that's technically wrong, is so important.
I'm so happy, man.
Yeah, that's fucking huge.
the worst part of doing these is like that's like solved.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's such
That
a
was the worst part.
massive relief. Yeah, it's always been the worst part. Because,
Yeah,
like,
like
I have to, dude, the amount of coffee I need to write down everything I'm thinking, write down everything you're thinking, get all the jokes, format it, and also do all of the scene breaks and transitions and descriptions at the same time is like, I get so fucking exhausted after those sessions. Oh, my head hurts so much.
yeah.
That's great.
So, god damn it, what a relief.
We got to try that if I come out next month to just sit in a room and let it record and try to do a session.
Yeah.
Be very, very funny.
Yeah, I mean, it just works. It's like, I mean, I was using it for other stuff, like a version of that.
Yeah.
Not like the same AI or anything, but when I would do my work for Diablo, we have these meetings, right?
Yeah.
In every meeting, there's like tons of people talking. They're all throwing out ideas. And it's just like a lot of information.
Right.
So I added this thing called Otter AI, and it just sits in the calls, and it just says Dave's assistant. It's just another member of
That's
the call.
great.
And then it summarizes every bullet point of what they asked me to do in an email.
Great.
So I don't have to like remember every single little nuance, because I'll forget by the end of like, oh yeah, somebody said something in the beginning about like a little detail on a character's armor or something. It's like, yeah, I wasn't. By the end of that hour-long conversation, it's like, oh, I forgot about that. Right? That was one of them.
Of course.
So that stuff is like so helpful. So having that and being able to just like record us doing that, like, it's gonna be.
Oh, it's great.
So nice.
It's gonna make the productivity go so much quicker.
I know, man.
And lead to so much less burnout. That's really great. I never would have thought of using AI to format something for FDX. I might have thought of it for transcribing, but I never would have thought of it to format it for FDX.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
During a call, tap the record button in the top left corner. What are you talking about? Is that true?
On Google?
Here. You don't just pick up your phone, but you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
I don't.
You doing
I've never noticed that.
Oh, the record thing on an iPhone? Hello, it's me. I'm talking. Let's transcribe it. It's me, it's Dan. And now it's not me. Now it's a character named Bob. And I'm Bob, and I talk like this. Now I'm Dan again. This is Dan talking. Are you recording now?
Did you hang up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it
dude, I was trying to. It just started.
Oh. I'll call you back. Let's try it again. Let me know when it's recording.
It should tell you right now.
Hi, it's me, it's Dan. I'm here. I'm recording this. This is me, Dan, talking as a narrator, but now I'm going to switch to a character. This character's name is Bob. Hi, I'm Bob. I live down the street. I love to drink, love to get drunk, love to get stinky drunk. I don't want to take showers. I just want to drink till I get hungover. Now I'm Dan again. I'm Dan. I'm the narrator.
Here comes a goblin. And this goblin's kind of crazy. He goes,
well, I don't know. Let's see how this one goes.
And then
Can you understand my voice?
And I can't understand his voice. I'm Bob again. And I don't know what that goblin's saying. I don't know what he's doing because I'm drunk. I'm drunk on moonshine whiskey. And, oh my God.
And what do you call it when, like, two guys are hanging out and they do other stuff?
What do you call it when two men kiss? Two men kiss, Ben. When two tongues wrap around each other so sensually. Mouth digits dancing.
It's true. And I've seen something like that on the internet before. It's not. I hate it personally.
On those
My
no-no
friends.
websites. Incognito.
My friends love it.
Alright, transcribe.
Yeah. And here we go. A big old monster.
Now there's a fight
Living at the
scene.
bottom of a well.
The well
You
monster.
threw a coin down.
Now the well monster fights the other monster. There's a big fight scene. I want you to describe all the punches and kicks. It's just like the Matrix. And then the big monster wins. Alright, let's see what happens. You got it?
Now I can go and look and see
I'm gonna hang up. Is that okay?
what that was. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. So there's that. How do I get this? There's the audio recording. What do I do with this? I get that it's there, but do I just drag it out and put it somewhere?
Where did it save to?
I don't know. How do you open up where it is? How do I download?
I know there's an audio recorder app on the phone. It might save in there.
It's weird. I don't know why it's not letting me do anything with it. What
Wants
do
you
you do
to
with it?
wants you to pay for a Prime membership.
Let's see. I wonder if I can. Maybe I have to do it in the phone.
Maybe.
I do.
I had a good Final Destination moment yesterday. Made me laugh really hard.
What's that?
I was shoveling outside because it was, we had the big snowstorm. And then I heard sounded like an explosion. It sounded like a transformer blew up or someone's propane tank blew up. And then my neighbor came outside and was like, "What the hell was that?" It like shook my house. And we walked around. I found out that the top of my roof on the house, the whole thing was one big sheet of ice with snow on it, and the whole thing slid off. But it wasn't on the side of the house I was on. But if it was, I would be gonzo. That would have been fucking incredible. Would have been such a cool way to die.
Very cool.
Just like, there's like a 6-foot pile of snow and ice in the back of my house.
Okay, so far. Let me see if this will work well.
Sure.
I gotta convert it to a MP3. Hopeful.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be something we can use, even if it's not perfect. I'm sure it'll still save time.
I mean, worst case scenario, we at least have the recording.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, that's weird.
So
For some reason, this one didn't really. Let's see if I can do it straight here.
maybe two people talking was too much.
That's why I wanted to see if it could do it. Or see if it could do it.
Do you see that God of War image?
I saw it for like a split second.
Dude, it looks
On
like a
pop up, and it looks so bad.
it looks like a dad and his kid going to Comic-Con who hired a professional photographer to take like a really good photo of their costumes.
What is it on? I wanted to see it again.
The link's in my chat. Hold on, I can go find it.
Dude.
It was
Yeah, if you could send me that, that'd be great.
It was shocking, dude. It was shocking. I was shocked. There it is.
Did you Discord? Is that where you sent it?
Yeah, I'll send it to you in Discord right now. Boy, guy is not.
Let me see that.
Guy is not big enough to be Kratos. It's just a guy.
Oh.
Kid looks fine. The bow doesn't. The bow looks really bad.
Yeah, it does. Oh my god.
The bow looks real bad. The bow looks
It's
like
like
a.
nobody who's ever used a bow made that.
The bow looks like a Pixar bow. Like it's like from an animated movie that they dropped into live action. It's like a bow from like Brave or something. Yeah, I don't know. The Kratos costume is like too authentic to the game. It looks like a cosplay. It doesn't look like something a person's lived in. And the guy's body just isn't big enough to pull that costume off. He just looks like a normal dude. His shoulders aren't wide enough.
Yeah, he doesn't look strong enough.
I don't know if it's the pose. I don't know if maybe when he stands up and opens his arms up if he's gonna look better, but that pose specifically looks fucking awful.
He also just looks like he's wearing a bald cap, like he didn't get his hair cut.
He just looks like a guy. He just looks like any of my friends. like he's just a dude. Like he doesn't. It just literally looks like a dad.
It doesn't feel like a character.
No, it looks like a dad and their kid going to Comic-Con who hired a photographer.
God damn, that's so lame looking.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking shocking.
Holy shit, that looks stupid.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It's like a guy who got like, looks like he broke into a house and got like home alone with like a powder sugar bomb or something.
Yeah, Dusty. He's a dusty man.
So stupid.
It looks bad. This might not make sense. It looks bad the way that the One Piece live action show looks bad, but in One Piece it's on purpose because they're like trying to look heightened and animated, and it has that weird uncanny valley thing where everything's a little too manufactured.
Yeah.
It looks like that. It's bad in that whatever we want to call that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's nuts.
I would never. If somebody was like, this is risky.
This
We're
is
gonna
the
spend
first
a lot of
thing.
money on this. I'd go, okay, well, we can't put that out because
Yeah, This is the first thing you're going to show us from this show, and you want us to have confidence in it.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
You're good. That's
That
the.
looks.
Why is like
I mean, like,
do it again and have him not in the taking a shit pose. Like, have him stand up with his head thrown back or something. Just put him in any other pose.
I mean, like, also look at Kratos first
Yeah.
of all. Like, you couldn't find any like Middle Eastern dude that looks like him.
Oh my god, I know.
Like, so many Middle Eastern dudes look like that
Yeah.
with long noses and long faces and
Mhm.
beards. Like, aren't there like a billion of them?
Yes.
You couldn't have got one of those guys and then made him work out. What are you doing?
It's real bad.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
He just looks like a white guy.
Because he is.
I know.
He
but
looks
it's
like- he
that's
looks
not
like-
what he looks like.
He looks like what he is, which is a white guy in a cosplay.
Like, I can find a guy who looks like Kratos pretty quick.
Like, I want to.
Like, in terms of face.
I want to post it on Twitter with no changes and just say, so proud of my son. He pulled off this cosplay with me so well. You know, really excited for Comic Con this weekend. Special thanks to @Dave Raposa Photography for taking this photo of us. Like, it's
Yeah.
just, it's just bad.
Dude. I'm just like going through like pictures of dudes
Yeah.
in turbans on
Yes.
Pinterest.
Any dude looks more Kratos
All of them
than
look
that.
like Kratos.
Yeah.
Like, every single one of these guys
Yes.
looks like Kratos.
Yes, it's nuts.
Like, look at this, dude.
Discord.
Anybody from this guy's lineage.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
100%.
what are we doing? Like, look at these guys.
Just roid out one
Any
of
of
those.
these guys.
Roid out one of those dudes. Yeah,
Any one of them.
it's pretty crazy.
Isn't that like...
The crazy thing is
You
no
see it.
one. The crazy thing is no one on the team was like, we shouldn't. Like, so many people had to approve that. Like, it's the costume too. Is just it's too game accurate. It looks like a video game costume. It doesn't look like something that should be in a live action show. Like, I get they're
No.
going for authenticity, but you can't do that. It looks too clean. Especially the woven shoulder thing, it looks too perfect. It looks like he just made it. Like, it's not doing the Lord of the Rings thing where everything's kind of shitty. Like, but
You gotta make it lived in a little more.
yeah, it like, and also just the fact that it's like a tessellating pattern makes it look too perfect. It's like too nice or something. It doesn't fit. The
It's also like, look at his pleather knee things.
yeah.
It's too shiny. That's not what leather looks like when you've worn
No.
it for a very long time.
Yeah, especially in the fucking 1100s as a Viking. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it needs to look like he. What did he do? How did he find like plastic looking leather?
Yeah. How do you find burnished, beautiful things?
Yeah, like it should look like he's a god of war, not like the god of design. Like he puts
Yes.
together like beautiful things for himself.
That's what he is. He's the god of
He
crafting.
doesn't care.
He's the craft master. Craft services. I mean, if I'm being real, the Kratos design in that game I always thought was a bad design anyway. But seeing it in live action makes it worse. Like, I don't know, that design is so boring. Just the cross belt with one shoulder pad is like, I don't know. It just feels so dated and lame. There's so many cool things you could have done with that character in that setting, but putting it in live action makes it jarringly bad.
Look at that dude I sent you. The second guy.
Oh yeah, I looked at
Any
the pirate looking dude.
any face like that looks old and weathered.
Yeah, and they have that
structure
like
to the face.
where they kind of look like an eagle. They got like the piercing eyes and kind of the nose. It's very
Super strong cheekbones.
yeah,
Like super like bags under their eyes, like really deep bags.
yes,
It's like this guy looks like he eats mac and cheese and watches Friends
he does.
and like works out, kind of.
He likes the buffalo. This Kratos likes the buffalo chicken spring rolls at the bar down the street. He's a big fan of those.
It's that thing that I always end up talking to people about character and like war. Like, look at anybody. Please, for the love of God, character designers, look at anybody who's been to war. Look at
Yeah.
their face. Look what happens to them.
Yes.
Do that.
And now imagine
that.
now imagine your entire life has been war and amplify that.
Like, he shouldn't look like he's a fan of the Buffalo Bills.
Well, he looks like a coach giving a kid a pep talk. Like he just looks like a high school coach. All right,
He looks
guys,
like he likes football.
we're gonna run down
Just
through the
looks like
middle. Yeah, he looks like he's giving the team a pep talk. All right,
Yeah,
guys, remember,
He,
it's not about winning and losing. It's about having fun out there. Like that's what he looks like he's saying in that photo.
yeah, like he's at his kid's game.
Yes.
It's too much.
Oh my god, dude. You know what's really funny? Actually, hold on. Let me look at it and make
What?
sure. Oh my god. We can edit it to make him a catcher and Atreus holding a baseball bat. That's what it looks like. He looks like he's at a little league game and he's behind the kid ready to catch the ball. Oh no.
Definitely does.
Oh no, that's the pose. It's the catcher pose. Anyway, very excited for God of War live action. Can't wait.
Look at that other one I sent you. That guy younger. Anybody.
Oh yeah, that guy would be great.
Anybody, dude. Anybody who looks like that.
Yep.
There's so many of that guy. How'd you miss him?
There's a whole continent. There's a whole continent of that guy.
They all look like that.
Yeah.
They got big noses, cheekbones, long
Yeah.
faces, and beards.
Mm-hmm.
They all look like Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys know that there's a fucking desert of people that look like Kratos.
Well, Kratos in the game, his regret is 1,000 years of slaughter and the tragic history of his life. This Kratos in live action, his biggest regret is that he didn't get a second order of barbecue chicken nachos at the bar last night. Because man, they were good.
Yeah, he looks like he drinks milk right now.
Yeah.
And his beard's not big enough.
He looks like he's
Or shaped
hunching.
right.
He looks like he's hunching in front of a fridge, and he's about to go, "Babe, where's my way? Babe, you see my way?"
Yeah. You know, like, certain people's faces,
Mm.
you see them and you go, like, you look like somebody who wears glasses,
Yeah.
but you don't have them on.
Yes.
You're like, what is that? You're like, what is it? What's it with your eyes that looks like you wear glasses, but you don't have them on right now? Like, it must do something to your face when you do wear glasses for a long time.
Well,
and then you switch to contacts where
specifically,
you can just tell.
this
but
guy.
with-
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, my point being, he looks like he should be wearing a shirt.
Oh, sure. I was
Like,
gonna
whatever,
say.
whatever that correlation.
Yeah.
is.
I thought you were
He
leaning
looks like a
into.
guy who wears a shirt.
I thought you were leaning into the face he's making looks like he's trying to focus on
No.
something he can't see, because that is true.
No, I'm saying like some guys look like they usually wear a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe it's the texture of your skin by the sun.
This
or something.
guy doesn't feel confident that he's looking like this. This feels like he knows he looks like a fucking idiot. But yeah, I know what you're saying. His skin doesn't have the leathery kind of damage that like a person who works outside in a field all day has.
Like somebody with tough skin.
Yeah.
That's like
It's kind of leathery and kind
looks-
of
looks gross. Like
Yeah.
they've been beat up. Or
Right
I
now-
don't know. The sand has hit it.
rhinocerosy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. He does not have it. He doesn't. He just doesn't.
I feel like there are characters
Uh,
in. You know what?
what?
We don't even have to look very far. I
For
mean, literally, just look at like any number of characters from Fury Road.
oh yeah, 100%.
They did this.
Because they wanted him to look like they'd been living in a desert for 200 years, so they made their skin look really sunburnt and dry and fucked up and yeah, weathered. They went
Like where it's done well, like even just that dude, the what's his face?
Morton
Like
Joe.
his just he looks, yeah,
Yeah.
and Morton Joe, like just the way he looks like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that makes sense. Like he's a guy who drives around in the desert,
Mhm.
looks like crap.
Yeah. This Kratos, I don't know. He looks like he took a shower recently.
Even what they did to Furiosa,
Yeah. Everyone
like
in
she
that
doesn't
movie.
look like. Yeah, I think they went. Like, I mean, in general, everything's too clean, so it's like that's
Yes.
obviously the problem. But like, looking at the way they did pale skin in Fury Road,
Mm,
that should have been the treatment.
100%. Sun bleached.
Like whatever this is, where like the texture, like they still did stuff to it. Like, look at this kid. What I'm talking about with skin texture is the stuff
Yes.
around
Yes,
his
yes,
nose.
yes. Exactly that.
It's like, what did they do to him? Did they like sand him? Like, what's all over him? Something's all over him.
I don't think it's something on him. I think it's implying that his skin is so dry that it's flaking off, and it's like flaking in big patches.
But I'm saying like look all over him. He's
Yeah.
bumpy everywhere. So they
That-
put something on him
Probably sand.
that's not like normal. So he has
Yeah.
a texture all over his skin.
Probably sand.
They should have done that.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, it's man. And now I know for sure because the only other thing that could save the show is special effects. And seeing this, I know for sure the CG is going to be really bad. Because now I'm fully confident that they're going to be using the stylized video game models for the monsters and they're going to put them next to humans and it's going to look fucking silly because the fact they did this costume with no changes, I'm like, okay, the ogres are going to look like God of War ogres and it's going to feel like weird video game creatures fighting humans and it's going to be super fucking weird.
I mean, the problem is that like he just like I don't see that guy and go, that's the god of war. I go,
Mhm.
that's a guy. That's a guy proportions,
Yeah,
guy body.
it's guy.
Just a regular guy. He
It's
needs to
guy.
be huge. Like he needs to be stupid. Like
It's guy of war.
he needs to be godlike. Like he needs to look imposing. Not this guy looks like he puts on makeup. Like he has eyeliner on.
I know. You know what he looks like? He looks like at any moment he's gonna turn his head.
Neck's not big.
He looks like at any moment he's gonna turn his head and do the Khmer gesture, and someone's gonna walk up with a little drink with a straw in it, and he's gonna take a sip and then go back to that pose.
He
Uh,
what does he look like? You know, like Mortal Kombat 1
yeah,
was pretty bad just in terms of like whatever, you know. But Mortal Kombat 2 had that decline where you're like, that's not Shao Kahn. You know, like that type
Yeah.
of stuff.
yes,
That's what this feels like to me. It feels like Mortal Kombat 2 miscasting, where you're
Yes.
like, that guy's not big enough.
it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's not the guy.
Like Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. Feels like Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
That's a really good way to put it.
But even then, when I look at Mortal Kombat, okay, here's what it looks like. You remember when they put Raiden in that new outfit in Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Yes.
And you go, what?
Uh huh.
That's what it reminds me of.
It reminds
Yo,
me
hold on a
of.
second.
It reminds
Hold
me. It reminds me of seeing the. It reminds me of seeing the trailer for Street Fighter and seeing the guy that they cast as M Bison and being like, huh, what? That's M Bison? What? Huh?
Yeah. Like I was going to say the Minotaur guy, but now I'm looking at him. He's way more appropriate than this guy.
Yes, for
Because
sure.
that guy's jacked.
Yeah.
The Minotaur dude looks more like Kratos.
100%.
In Mortal Kombat. I mean, he doesn't
Dude.
have a face for it, but his body.
The voice actor of Kratos looks more like Kratos than this guy. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
This is what I'm talking about. Okay, you can pull this up on stream just so that we have a clear visual.
Sure.
This is the feeling I'm getting from this Kratos.
Oh
He feels
no!
like that to me.
Oh god,
Doesn't
hold
he?
on. Can I paste this into clip?
You just go, whoa, the new Kratos looks awesome.
Oh boy, here he is.
Presenting
Right there,
Kratos.
guys. This
Nice.
is Kratos. This is Kratos with his not very overpronounced muscles and perfectly clean skin.
Yes, that's all. Okay, I finally found it. I
And
was
his
trying to
clean-
figure out, like, what am
his-
I thinking?
His clean, shiny leather. Yeah. That's
It's
him.
that.
That's Kratos.
It's the party store
Yes.
Mortal Kombat costume.
That's great.
That other one I sent you. the
Yeah.
one
That was
Sorrow the helmet.
unbelievable.
where-
Unbelievable.
It's huge.
Oh boy.
You could fit 2 more of his head.
You could easily. Jesus, look how far off of his brow it comes.
I know.
That's why it almost looks like it's on diagonally. It comes out so forward. It looks like when you tilt your cap to the side.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's bad.
Oh.
God of War. Who did they cast as Thor? Because the guy playing Kratos was the guy that did Thor's voice in the game, which is weird. So like, is Thor gonna be a big fat guy, or are they gonna like make him look weirdly underpronounced as well?
Something's wrong though.
Yeah,
Something's wrong with this stuff.
I'm assuming they're just gonna cast the guy from The West Wing to play Odin because he was Odin in the game and he's an actor. I'm assuming they're just gonna get him to do it.
I mean, just hire. I mean, if that's your Kratos
Yeah,
and he's supposed to be the God of War, you're gonna need some skinny guys
yes.
to put around him.
You need some tiny.
You're gonna need some
tiny
small
men.
guys
Yeah.
to make him look like the God of War, and not just. I mean, not just another one of those Street Fighter fans.
Why didn't they? Why didn't they? I mean, his face doesn't look like Kratos at all. But why didn't they just cast the guy from Reacher?
Dude, they might as well put Blanca in this from the first Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes. But
That
really,
was, like,
why
the
didn't
most disappointing part of that whole movie?
why didn't they just cast the guy from Reacher and put a beard on him? You know, it's Kratos. At least he's big. Like at least he's gonna feel imposing. This Kratos looks like he's
mean-
gonna ask me to help him carry a keg to the party.
Even that guy, even that guy can't be him.
I agree that he's not perfect. His body.
His face is too clean. He doesn't
Oh, yeah.
look like anything.
He doesn't
you
look like
need-
he's seen hell.
You need dudes who were never actors. We need to bring that back.
Yeah. If only.
I mean, honestly.
If only that was a thing. Gotta do the unknowns thing. Just go find people. That's the guy.
Is this really not going to work? Do I have to save these? I guess I have to save an image of Blanca on my computer
Hell yeah.
and then send it to you.
Now you have it
It's
forever.
making me do it.
So you can go back to it.
It's making me keep this.
You can enjoy it again in the future. It wants to know if you really need to share it.
That level of muscle.
It's so accurate.
To these guys.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna put that in a clip.
You're wrong. Just want to let you know. Especially for like the crazy, like.
This is so accurate. This is exactly what this is.
These guys need roids.
Yes, they do.
They need roids because nobody looks like the God of War. Like, look at, like,
Even
if
if
you
they,
had a guy
dude.
that looked like a fat rock, like the Rock, but with a
Mhm.
belly,
Yes.
like a little bit of a belly, and then Persian face,
Yes.
and you're there, man.
You're there.
I'm gonna look up Persian bodybuilder.
Oh, you're gonna immediately find a better Kratos.
Persian bodybuilder.
2 seconds, you're gonna find a Kratos.
Yeah, these guys are Kratos. I
Yeah.
mean, they're not perfect. I'm sure I'd have to go down and.
Yeah. They're
dig,
better than what
but-
we got, though.
Yeah, these guys are way more Kratos than Kratos. The face, for sure.
He's dad bod Kratos. He's just a little chubby. Just a little muscles aren't too tight. He's just a little, you know.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's really a bummer.
Yeah, it is.
I was saying to chat earlier how crazy it is to me that we're getting adaptations of like this and like other huge franchises that require massive budgets, but like somehow we haven't had a Resident Evil 2 adaptation. It would be the cheapest thing to make ever, and the story's actually good, and you wouldn't need to do anything. It would cost nothing to make it. Like, there's so much low-hanging fruit that you could adapt that would be great for no budget.
Yeah.
Find an old abandoned police station, hire a guy that looks like Leon, get some Walking Dead people to do some zombie makeup, make a great adaptation. Take no effort, and somehow just can't. I wonder if it's like the Superman thing where like someone has the production rights to the IP who just sucks and will not let a good thing happen.
They had what's his face doing it for like a while, so I don't really know where their brain's at.
Yeah.
Whatever his name was, that guy who just made nothing but bad movies.
Mila Jovovich's husband.
Is that who it is? Like
Paul
that guy that
W.S. Anderson, is that his name?
is that who it was? I thought it was that like dude who God, what the hell's his name? He made like the Monster Hunter movie.
That's the same guy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the same guy that made the Resident Evil movies that sucked.
Okay, that's like the
He's got
last
some
of the '90s like video game adaptation movie vibe.
But it's not a
He's the one doing
coincidence.
that.
It's not a coincidence that he did Monster Hunter and Resident Evil. He's got some kind of connection to Capcom that I don't understand. And they just keep going back to him. I don't get it.
I think it's just Japanese people, and I don't want to be racist, but it's doing the Japanese accent and saying that he's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they're like too. Maybe they're too polite.
Cool dude. Like,
They don't know how
thumbs
to.
up.
They don't know how to tell him he sucks because of the culture.
You know, like when like Conan O'Brien goes abroad and people say like, "Oh, cool guy," like put the thumbs up and stuff, and like stand
Right.
next to him. You're American, so like you are good. Like,
Yeah,
whatever that,
yeah, I know what you're
whatever
saying.
that thing is.
Right? Yeah, I get it.
It's
Yeah.
like when my brother goes places. Like my brother's been to like other countries and whatever, and every time he's around like foreign people, they're like, "Oh, you're a movie star? Like, can I get a picture?"
Right.
Like whatever that
Yeah.
is. I think that's what's happening.
He's a
'Cause otherwise,
director.
it doesn't make. I think they see Mila Jovovich and they're like, "Wow, she's beautiful. You can direct Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
That's your wife."
I guess,
Whoa."
yeah, just not understanding Hollywood. I guess, yeah.
Like something like that.
Yeah, some version of that.
Whatever that is. I wish there was like a word for that. because it's
There's gotta
definitely a
be.
thing.
There has to be a word. We just don't know it.
It's like some type of like cultural disconnect that happens.
Yeah.
Where like everybody to like Chinese people and who's American is Matt Damon or whatever. Like I don't know what it is. No, they don't need prosthetics for the Reacher guy. They just need a Persian dude. I'm saying, just a Middle East, anybody like that. That's all they need. Jack dude. I'm sure he exists.
He's
I would
out
even
there.
prefer the guy who was in The Mummy.
The guy who played
Like
the
if
mummy.
he weren't old. No, that guy who wore all black.
Oh yeah, the weird Secret Order guy. Yeah, he would have been good.
Yeah.
The bearded guy.
Just something. Where like you need somebody who looks. They can't look like they work at Safeway or
No.
just any grocery store. Like they need to look like they're from somewhere else.
That guy looks like a dude.
Can't look American.
That guy looks like a dude who I'd bump into at Trader Joe's that has a man bun.
Exactly.
And he's
They
like,
can't look.
yeah,
They in. What am I saying? I don't know. They can't look like American in the sense where whatever iPhone faces and like when there's that cultural thing that sets in, you need a guy who's, what can I say? Kind of
you can type it to me.
mean,
Yeah.
kind of like aggressive, doesn't like women.
Well, yeah, it's fucking Kratos.
Traditional values that like look very much like one singular dude, like like a very much like old fashioned,
Yeah.
like because like maybe the look here is that like everybody's mixed, so like you kind of don't look like
I
you
will
look American rather than like one dude.
I will sum up what you're saying as the following, because this is what I'm getting out of it. This looks like a guy who goes to the gym, but also goes to therapy, and like is in touch with his feelings and is very like culturally sensitive and like I
It's
go
like
to the gym.
Like a Kratos who cries, but not in the
Yes.
way that like
Yes.
Kratos cries in the game.
Yes, he doesn't look like he's
Kratos-
repressing anything.
I know what it is.
Go ahead.
Kratos cries reluctantly.
Yes.
This guy cries a lot.
This guy's in touch with his feelings, whereas Kratos is running from his feelings forever.
Yeah, this guy's eyes are too soft.
Yes. You know that thing of in that trope in movies where the hardened criminal touches the new inmate's hands, they go, "These hands have never worked a day in their life," like that thing.
Yes.
It's that, but for a face and a body.
Yeah.
It's this body's never worked a day, and it's soft.
Like, isn't he like I'm trying to. I don't know who he is. Is he the guy from Sons of Anarchy that looks like
Yes.
the soft guy?
Yes, he's from. I believe he is from Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, he was the voice actor
Well,
for Thor.
He's not like hard in that. He doesn't look like. He looks like he's the teddy bear guy.
No, but Dave, what you don't understand is that if has a beard and wears leather jacket, he's manly. That's all it is. It's just Sons of Anarchy. Those are men.
Supposed to look that way in Sons of Anarchy, like softer.
Buddy, I've never watched it. It's Sons of Anarchy. Why?
That's part of I think that's part of his casting.
Yeah. We want an emotional Kratos that audiences can connect with. We want a little seed of doubt that he's a big marshmallow on the inside.
But in reality, what you want is a reluctant marshmallow.
Yes. I mean, like, you want someone who looks like an abusive father, because that's what he is. This guy doesn't look like that at all. This guy doesn't look like it. You need a guy who looks like the alcoholic Vietnam vet dad who hits his kid.
And
And
like
is
cold. It's
yes.
super cold.
The cold, divorcee Vietnam dad who drinks beer all day, hits his kid, and hates women. You need that look. And then you can do the turn where he becomes a good character over the course of the plot, but he needs to look like that.
You know that empty look that like a lot of high level pro athletes have,
Mm-hmm.
where like they just look like into the distance. Like all I care about is this sport, and I don't have a relationship with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He needs that look, like just like the cold, dead stare thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever that is that happens to athletes.
Yes.
I think it's like the sole drive of one pursuit. If that guy had when that guy has a kid and he's like uncomfortable to touch a baby, like whoever that is, that guy is everywhere.
Man, you said baby, and all I can see is this guy, this Kratos actor, carrying a baby around with a bottle. And he's like the ripped stay-at-home dad, like the himbo guy.
He's nice.
Yeah,
He's a super
he's a
nice
good
guy.
dad. Yeah, he's a really good guy.
I mean, like, you don't even, like, all you need to do is look at anybody who's a little bit older and you go, oh, he's been mad a lot because their fucking face shows it. You're at a point in your life where, like,
The wrinkles have set from your constant
yeah,
anger.
like,
Yeah.
you look like you do a thing a lot. So if
Mhm.
you look angry, you probably are angry a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence that your face looks like that. And if you look soft and you're old, you look kind.
Oh,
Soft
you know,
eyes.
you know what the other weird thing about this is? I didn't even think of this till now. Because he's not super exaggerated in terms of his body size, because he's not like over the top jacked with like a big frame, him holding Mimir's head on his belt is gonna look so fucking weird. Like,
Huge head.
yeah, Mimir's head's gonna look fucking massive because this dude's just a normal guy. It's gonna look really weird. It's gonna make him look even smaller as Kratos, having a normal human head on his belt. Well, very excited to see this show.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Did you like the render that I did on that goblin guy?
Yeah, it was really cool. Really good textures. I want those brushes.
Yeah,
It
that's
was really good.
I feel like that was like a version. I feel like, you know that cat guy I showed you?
Yeah.
You can tell me if you agree. I feel like that goblin feels like that, but like I felt like I was able to get more convincing textures in him.
Oh yeah, yeah,
In a
for
way.
sure. It definitely had. I think texture-wise, it was definitely stronger. My favorite part of the cat guy was the forms and the bicep, like the curled arm. That looked really really good.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm just like I don't know if I'm like seeing things or if that is cool.
No,
Like
no,
if I
it
should
is cool.
keep pursuing what I did.
It felt very dry brush acrylic on like a illustration board. Like it had that nice kind of bristly dry paint feel.
Okay.
Yeah. The cat, I think, felt a little more wet. It felt more like an oil painting. I think the goblin felt more like an acrylic painting.
If I went through and like softened stuff and did the smudgy things and all that, I could get it there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
I don't think. I mean, I personally think the dry acrylic look is cooler. The oil painting, everything's smooth, and you know that there's a time and a place for that. But I think the drier look you have on the goblin is just a cooler aesthetic. It feels more like pulpy. It feels more like, I don't know, like golden age of illustration-y.
right. But you know what I'm going for. So do you feel like that's closer?
Yes, I definitely think that's
Okay.
closer.
Because it's hard for me to see it. Because I think like
You're going for that what's his name look. That fucking, is he a watercolor painter that I know you used to love?
Paul Bonner.
Yes, you're going for that Paul Bonnery kind of look.
Yeah.
And that
Like a
other
version
guy,
of that.
That other guy who did the fairies book. I can't remember his name.
Duncan MacLeod.
Yeah, that one.
I don't know.
But no, yeah, you're definitely getting closer to that look for sure. God of War. It's gonna be weird seeing him fight whoever's playing Balder, because Balder's whole thing is that he's like a lanky, skinny guy. They're gonna look
It's
kind
gonna
of
be weird seeing his cosplay armor rip apart
Yeah,
and he starts fighting.
yeah.
His cosplay armor get ripped to shreds.
Dang it.
Oh
Ah, dang it.
boy, I don't have a deep enough voice.
It's also gonna look like a weird if they use a bunch of CG in the fights, like if Balder throws him 400 feet like he does in the game. Him being a normal looking dude is gonna make it look like,
He's
like
gonna die when he hits.
it's gonna look like a fan movie. Like I made a Star Wars battle, and it's like two normal people using like the plugins on their computer to do like bad CG. It's not gonna. It's just gonna. Seeing that guy get thrown 400 feet on a budget TV show is gonna be fucking wild if they do that. It's not gonna look good.
Yeah. Yep. I was trying to who was I talking to about this? I want to say I was talking to this stream, but I know I wasn't. Maybe I was just talking to just a regular person. But I was saying that like there is a definite thing that's happening in all stuff, and I don't know every aspect of it, but I do feel that it's very similar to the idea of like outsourcing GPS, like your memory of location,
Yeah.
like outsourcing it to the phone, like you forget it.
Yeah.
That's not to say that it's not helpful, but like the same thing happened with calculators, right?
Yeah.
Your math ability goes down when you have to use this when you use this thing and it does it for you.
Now you're saying it's happening for design.
I think it's happening for design.
Yeah.
I think people being like I see it. Like I've deleted almost everything from like my phone. I'm screen time is like half an hour a day maybe,
Nice.
and I'm so good now, and I can feel a difference immediately. And like
Yes.
the thing that I'm thinking is that people are so pulled now in so many different directions that there's a lack of focus and depth in terms of like figuring out your craft in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that like because people don't have those moments to dig and find and get obsessed and be like one sole vision, focus, all that shit. It's like everything's becoming crap. I think people are getting less specific.
Yeah.
I think people are getting less focused on like becoming great. And I think that there's just this mediocrity across the board and like not a ton of speciality. And like I find that it's just kind of in everything. And like when you watch people's obsession with like the original like Lord of the Rings, it's like what they think about. Like when you like behind the scenes stuff, when I think about that again,
Yeah.
I'm like that's kind of gone in some respect. Like I'm sure it exists.
Not really. I mean, like the people that were doing it were like Weta, and I'd go as far as to say the only studio I can think of that still has that much dedication to the craft part of it is probably Ghibli. Every other studio has been like hollowed out and Hollywoodified to the point where it's just about pumping out content for streaming, to the point where even the Hobbit movies made by the same team looked like shit. Like,
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at is that like I would think about it maybe more like this. It's like when we're not working on like when we're in the middle of working on something, right?
yeah.
And when we're not working on it, I'm still thinking about it. Like I'm
Yes.
still thinking about like stuff and things will come up and I'll be like, ooh, that.
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, oh, I gotta make a note, gotta like do that thing.
Yeah, you're living it because it's
I
passion. Yeah.
Yes, and I think a thing happens with the distraction stuff where like you're like waiting for your time with this thing to end so that you can get back to that as like
Yeah.
a break, and you don't have the like out of time, out of the work time, thinking, wandering, reflecting moments anymore where you're
Right.
like going deeper with it. I think that that's fading, and like that's like some of the most important
Yeah.
bits of like the whole thing is like when you're not doing it and you're sitting there and like something comes to you when you're bored and you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
this is the thing I've been circling for a while. I found it. Like that was the thing that was on my mind. But I think like you get off doing what you're doing now and you're just like, oh, reels.
Yeah.
And watch reels for like an hour and a half, and then you don't have your own thoughts at
Right.
all. And you just are like gone. And then you'll be engaged again with the work again, but then you're just coming from this place of being distracted to maybe you have focus when you're working, but like that deep focus that was
Yes, it's gone. No
when
one. No
when
one's
your
living.
life was the thing you did.
Yeah. No one's living a project. It's not
Right.
1996 with shitty internet out in the New Zealand countryside with no smartphone, making fucking costumes all day with actual needle and thread. It's not. It's not that. It's not Alan Lee with a sketchbook. He's been drawing Lord of the Rings his entire fucking life, and he's out in the woods to get the trees accurate. It's none of that's happening now.
Pretty much exactly what I'm talking about. It's like when
Yeah.
you don't have anything else going on and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this thing. This is me.
Yep.
And then like I'm going to find the depths of this
Mm-hmm.
through my work ethic and like just what I like. Like that's my problem with the push. Like I hate to say this because it sounds so mean,
Yeah, just say it.
but I almost feel like, and I'm not correct, not in all aspects. I'm just saying for this one part of it. Part of the like I don't want to do crunch to me is that of like you're not
Well-
fully invested in the thing. But crunch has a problem where it extends to, stupid stuff too, where it's just like just do it for the shareholders, get this out, whatever. But like I mean crunch on everything, like your own projects and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
like
I
once
think-
you're in it, you're in it.
I think the majority of the time when people say I don't want to do crunch, what they're really saying is I don't want to do crunch on this, because everybody has their thing that they are willing to crunch on because it doesn't feel like work when you're that passionate about it. It's something you actively want to do all the time. Crunch is only crunch when it's something you don't actively want to spend all of your time doing. When you want to
Yeah, but
escape.
I think I know exactly what you're saying, but I
Yeah.
think that's the part I'm talking about that's gone.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think be-
It is gone.
I think because of what we're saying, that doesn't exist. There's not like if I were only doing my own thing, I'd crunch.
Yeah.
I think it's like if I didn't have time to do this stuff, like if I didn't have to do this, when I have to do it, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would, because that's hard, and I have this thing over here that drip feeds me sugar all the time,
Yeah.
and like this is actually this is the best.
Well, people used
Like
to get
I want to do that.
people used to get dopamine from fulfilling activities, and now dopamine is right there on your phone, and you don't need to go pursue the deeper activities to find that. You're not getting fulfillment
Sure.
from your phone, but you're getting constant distraction. It's like you could eat Doritos
Well, it's the
for the rest
brain
of your
tricking
life.
you to having fulfillment.
Yeah, exactly. It's not actual fulfillment. It's just you're getting the chemical that fulfillment used to give you without any of the actual work involved in earning it. It's very much like empty calories, where like you can be full but not be nourished. It's very similar to that, but I think people just don't feel the impetus to go do that thing we're talking about because they get that constant hit of I'm satisfied repeatedly over and over and over and over again, and then the dopamine you get from working on a passion project or like developing something over a few years or like mastering a skill, the dopamine doesn't come till later in the process. It's a lot of frustration in the beginning, and the passion can push you through the frustration. But if you're going to ask a normal person to choose between a constant drip feed of feel good chemicals and struggling for a few years to get somewhere where you actually enjoy crunch, obviously most people are going to choose the first one because it's too easy. And also now we're in a time where people that are 20 grew up only knowing this. They can't look at it and go like, oh, like remember what it was like before smartphones, remember what work used to feel like. Now it's, I've only known this. This is the only way to do things because it's been the only thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So I think
Yeah.
part of that is going to be gone forever because there's eventually, the next generation or the generation after that are going to be people that were plugged in from day one and don't have any idea who they are without being plugged in. That identity that people used to have is definitely fading away.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's kind of that side of it is like gone because like that's why you'll never see another Lord of the Rings thing. You won't see something that has that depth to it again.
Right.
You just I don't think you will.
I also think there's this weird, I heard somebody call it bed of nails theory, which I think is really, really well put, where it's like there's just so much stuff and so much of it is mediocre that nothing seems mediocre to people anymore because it just seems regular. Like back when Lord of the Rings came out, and even for like the 10 years after Lord of the Rings came out, if a movie was mediocre, you knew it looked bad immediately because you had this thing to compare it against, which was Lord of the Rings that had come out. And you go, oh, this looks really bad because look what other people were able to do. But now it's like, because there was a couple movies like that a year, a couple fantasy movies, if you were lucky, every couple years. But now it's just content everywhere all the time. There's 20 billion things to watch and play. And if all of them are mediocre, you don't notice it as much because it's like bed of nails. It's like if you're laying on one nail, it hurts. If there's 1,000 nails, you don't really notice it because it's just like everything sucks and it's kind of all holding each other up.
So detrimental.
Yeah, it's
And like I heard I think somebody recommended this video. You might have seen it. It was like the why I'm betting on artists video.
yeah, I
Betting
saw that.
against AI.
Yeah.
So like the thing that I um, agreed with that is like uh, the thing he was saying about like how art has had a downturn because of that like piecemeal thing that people do.
Yeah.
They just like scrap stuff together.
Yeah.
And like yeah, for sure. It's like the easiest way to the end and just ease in general. Like I had this feeling forever with like so much stuff. And like I used to talk about it a lot, but I couldn't really put it into words of like why it mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Where people used to tell me like use shortcuts to like flip your canvas and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I actually think that's bad. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, why do I feel that? Like, why when I'm working and I do that stuff, do I think that's actually like all these little things
Mm-hmm.
become like distractions to me.
Yes.
And it's not that I'm learning something meaningful by doing that. It's just being like, I put the chips another foot away from me, so I can't reach for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just pushing the button, it does something. Like I don't know, it feels productive. I don't know what it is, but it's
Yeah.
like removing that makes me just think a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything that puts a little bit of a hurdle between like me and something simple. I mean, like something that like otherwise might not be simple. Like you'd have to be better at drawing before because like what the fuck are you gonna do? Keep holding it up to a mirror over and over again back in the day?
Right.
It's like you eventually hone your skills more and don't rely on that mirror constantly.
Right.
Like every line, you didn't draw an arm and then every 2 seconds hold it up to the mirror to get it right again.
No.
You just got better at drawing.
And a lot
And
of
so like even little things like that, I'm like trying to make it harder.
yeah. Well, it's also like there's a point where things can be too perfect, and a lot of the great art that people love is very flawed, but you don't notice it because what they did is so well executed that you don't notice the things that are wrong. But it's like it's if you're focusing
Or
on
it's
the
good because of the flaws.
yeah, or it's good because of the flaws. That's what gives it a personality, or doesn't make it look like a photograph. It's like that. There's something to be said for that too, where too much perfectionism can lead to really bad art, like very consistently bad art, because it removes a crucial step, which is, your mistakes are often what give you a style. Styles are deviations from perfection. That's all style is. If everything was perfect and photographic, they would all look like photos. Every style you've ever seen is some deviation from a perfect image. And like the more you rely on that shit, the less you discover those styles because you're just trying to recreate a photo. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very funny. I've just been like in the uh, that thing of did you watch that podcast with Jonathan Haidt?
Which one?
The one I sent you.
If you sent it to me, I probably did. What were they talking about?
It's just all this stuff, but like basically one of the things he said was that the impetus on like controlling this stuff isn't us. It's like we shouldn't be the ones who are trying to get a handle on like all this distraction and things, like because it's happening to us.
Right.
He was saying like the onus is on them to change this because like not overeating, like you can, like having everything be junk food and whatever, it's like yeah, but you can in some way control that
Mm-hmm.
because you don't need to have it in the house and whatever. Like you can do meaningful things to have control over that
Right.
and like develop healthy habits and discipline, whatever. But that's not the same with the phone. It's like you either are. It's like you have some version of it if you have it. It's like because his point, which I thought was great, was he was just saying that essentially the phone, in terms of that thing with like healthy eating, it's
Mm-hmm.
like if everything in the house was made of candy,
Yeah.
and then not only was it made of candy, but it changed depending on what you wanted at that very moment.
Yes. Snickers bar turned
And
into M&Ms.
yeah, and it's like, and there's,
Yeah.
and everything's made of it. It's like your chair is made of candy, the
Yes.
walls, the doors, everything is candy.
There's no
It's
avoiding
like
it.
so, yeah, like you can't get away from it. So it's like that thing of, I've thought of it as like whenever I see people who think they don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the equivalent of thinking you're winning at the casino. It's like no, like the house wins. Like that's it. Every
Yes.
time they win. You might think, and there might be some illusion that you have some control over this, but you're never winning this game. So it's like at a certain point, you either have to opt out of the game or just be understanding that like you're worse because of this.
Yeah.
Like, and you are letting yourself actively be worse.
You're accepting
And you
it.
have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Like that it's changing the wiring in your brain to make you dumber,
Yes.
like more susceptible, all this shit. It's like I've I'm just gonna get rid of it eventually if I can. I don't know
Sure.
how,
Go back to flip
but
phones.
like
I do that with you.
something.
Yeah.
I already don't use it, but like I gotta get rid of it. I'm just done with it. I'm getting less done, and I'm stupider for sure.
Mhm.
Like it's just bad. Like all around, it's just bad.
Yeah.
And since I've stopped doing it, I've been more creative. I've had like I've had this. I don't know. I think I've been without it for maybe I don't know, like 4 or 5 months or something, and like in a broad sense, like just controlled use or like times, during the
Yeah.
day. But even now that I'm like having distance from it, I'm like, I just need to not do it at all because like I need to just get my music on a thing because that's really all I want,
Right.
and then go from there. But like otherwise, it's just like if you're busy and you want to do things and like you have anything going on, it's like you can't do this shit.
No. 100%.
It, you're not gonna get anything done.
Yeah.
And like I'll never look back at my life and wish that I was on the phone more.
Oh,
Like
100%. Nobody will ever.
no.
I've been doing this thing for I don't know, a few months, maybe 6 months, where but we were talking about Lord of the Rings earlier. I have Lord of the Rings moments sometimes. I had one today where the new thing I usually do is I leave my phone in my basement until I'm done with my 8-hour workday, and then I go downstairs and my phone's there. But sometimes, like today, I came upstairs and I was working, and then I reached in my pocket to get a lens wipe for my glasses, and then I realized my phone was there, like Bilbo in the Ring. And I was like, oh, I I brought it up here with me. Oh, there it's there in my pocket. Oh, it just
Oh.
slipped in there, just found its way.
Why not?
But yeah, I usually love leaving my phone 2 floors away from me, so I don't even have the option of engaging with it.
Yeah. So like blocked a ton of stuff
Yeah,
um on my desktop, just like time wasting sites, like any social media things.
sure.
And then I just downloaded. So I downloaded one of those apps that blocks things
Nice,
in your browser,
nice.
and then I just typed in a random password, like just typed a bunch of keys,
Hmm.
and then just copy pasted it into the re-enter your password, and then just put it in. And I've
And
no
now you
idea what
don't
it
know.
is.
Yeah, you locked yourself out. You didn't even give yourself the
And
option.
it's the same thing as like not having the flip canvas button. It's
Yeah,
just if I find myself trying to figure out how to delete that extension on my browser to then be able to look at that stuff, and it gives me enough moments to be like, "What are you doing?
yeah,
Don't do that." And then I
yeah.
just stop.
Enough time to self-reflect.
Hmm. It's just that like moment to be like, wait. Stop letting your rat brain control you.
Yeah,
Stop pushing the button.
get that sugar water.
Hmm.
It's sweet, sweet sugar water.
I was doing Miss Lasagna, and I was just like flying through it, and I was like, yeah, this is what it's all about.
Yep.
This is what it's all about. I'm gonna make this thing. People are gonna laugh. That's gonna feel good.
One thing I did notice, I don't know if you've had this since you started the Adderall. I've noticed it since I started the Wellbutrin. I don't get distracted as easily, but if I do choose to engage with something distracting, I can get lost in it completely because it becomes the new thing my brain's focusing on. So it's like extra
Yes,
bad.
to some extent. Yeah.
Because if I'm here working, painting, I won't get distracted. I can do this for 10 hours straight. I won't have any distractions. But if I open my phone and check my messages or go onto Instagram, I will fall down an insane rabbit hole and not even realize what's happening because my brain latches onto that instead. It's like whatever I'm doing,
Yeah.
I'm doing the most. It's really weird.
There's this thing of like, and yes, that has happened to me, and I have to not do it. I
Yeah.
will take it for certain things where like, I have like the fast kicking Adderall.
Yeah.
So like last night, Kim and I were like fixing our toilet, like taking it completely apart,
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
and then re-putting it together with like all new parts. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And I just like take the Adderall, and I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
yeah, this rules. And I had so much fun figuring out how a toilet works. I was like, this is great.
That was me 2 days ago when I was snowed in, and I was like, I'm just gonna clean the whole house. And I just took the pills and then just put on like a podcast playlist and time traveled.
You know what's funny though? So like I've been thinking about this because everybody who says the stuff that like we're saying about productivity and smartphones, like
Yeah.
they're wrong to say this, but they say that thing of, this has been happening since whatever. It's like, people said this about phone, people said this about TV, people said this about comics.
It
People,
was all
like, no,
true,
they didn't.
and it's just getting worse.
Well, the thing is that number one, no, it wasn't.
Not like
the same
this.
thing at
Yeah,
all,
no,
'cause
not
this
the
is like
same.
heroin
Yeah.
versus
This is
soda.
fucking wild.
But um, it was true, like you just said, to an extent.
Yeah, it also
to an
was
extent,
true.
they were right.
Yes.
They were right every time.
Yes.
It was just a slow burn.
Yes. And we don't notice how bad this is because of the slow burn of all those other things. If this came out of nowhere, I think it would be a lot more shocking. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that thing is, it's like, do you ever read people's writings from like forever ago, just normal people, and you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty crazy. Like the extremes were more pronounced because of access.
Yeah.
But like the people who did have access, they had a whole other thing going on.
I mean, he's
like,
not
wow,
a.
You have like you're a pretty good writer, pretty good like clearly well read person, whatever.
He's not a normal
Pretty cool.
person. Like, I wouldn't say this is a normal person, but one of my favorite things to flip through is I have this antique hardcover copy of Teddy Roosevelt's letters to his children, and it's just all of the letters he wrote over his life to his kids, and it's like, that's gone. Like, whatever that is, like these eloquent, thoughtful letters that are like full of metaphors and observations about them and things he's noticed in his quiet time with no internet and no phone up on, Sagamore Hill, and like all this reflection about, I've really been searching my soul for this, and I've discovered this. I'm like, oh my God, like there's more self-reflection just in these letters than I think most people have in their entire life now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that just came from a time where you had to sit with your feelings and there's no escape. And you just have to sit and think and find a way through it and make sense of it and then express it because there's no escape.
Yeah, it's wild that that's just not a thing at all.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Sure.
Check something.
Hmm. Dave, can you hear me? Or did you step away from the computer? I think you stepped away. Oh boy. I think this is pretty close to done. There's a few more things I gotta clean up, but I don't really know what's up. I actually gotta piss. Can you talk for a minute?
Sure. Can you hear me, or am I just talking?
You're just talking. I'll be back though.
Talk about anything that I was just saying, or just thinking. But I'm working on my wizard dude for my stream last night, and I'm pretty happy with how he's coming along. Wish you could see what I'm doing, but it's just me over here painting folds in a big old cloak, big old wizard's cloak. Happy with it though. I think once I go over this and Photoshop with those brushes I was talking to Dan about earlier, it's gonna look really nice. But the value work that I'm able to get across in clip is still pretty cool. It's like having these forms read well is nice. And I think it's meaningful that the whole process is enjoyable. That means that at the very least it'll look good. At this level. Kind of like just painting the whole thing up with like almost like markers or something in clip. If markers just worked a little different. Hard to describe. Really like the feel. I'm pretty hyped to show everybody my
Back.
Thor cover that I did, the variant Thor cover.
Oh, did you show that yet?
Like classical style.
You showed that Thor
No,
yet?
it's not out yet.
That Thor was great. I'll tell you what I'm weirdly enjoying. Similar to the phone thing, obviously more extreme. My car's in the shop and I don't have a rental, and it's actually been kind of nice, in a weird way, because like
To be
if
isolated.
to be not isolated, but if I don't have the option of distracting myself by going out and doing things, like it forced me to be like, okay, if I need food, I can get it delivered. Like I can have groceries sent here, and like what am I really like? It's made me able to focus on other things I want to do by taking away that thing. And also,
Right.
also now that I've lost like 130 something pounds, like I can walk to the store if I need stuff, and it's actually been kind of cool to like if I need to go do that, it like feels good to do it.
Yeah.
It's it's been interesting just not having a vehicle for like I think 10 days now. I'm actually kind of enjoying it.
I think like I'm trying to kind of just like train the kids to be in like a really good place with everything.
Yeah.
And one of the things we do it's not even like a punishment, it's just like if things go sideways or there's like a big argument, or we've had to repeat ourselves multiple times, and then it's kind of just like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah.
I just go like, all right guys, we're running. So then I get them all dressed up. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. But
Mhm.
like I just go, we're running, and we go outside. We run up and down our like hill that's the road we live on.
Yeah.
And it does a few things. It's, you know, it resets your brain a bit because you're getting exercise, you're getting fresh air. It's
Hmm.
just it's a place to kind of like reflect a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's a change of environment, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But then on top of all that, it's like disciplining through like just increasing their strength
Yeah.
and knowing that that's a thing and like seeing just how well it works. Where like everybody tells that to us. They're like, your kids are like great, like they're
Yeah.
so kind and all this stuff, and I just feel very positive about that. And then if you just start doing that stuff where you're like, yeah, like maybe that's all I need is just here's some exercise, here's some fresh air, here's a
Yeah.
little change of environment. How do I feel now?
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
great.
that's enough to usually like knock you out of whatever's going on.
For sure. Yeah. The fastest way for me to get out of that rut is to swim, but walking's been a really good substitute lately.
Hmm.
It's been really good. Been enjoying it a lot. It's weird because like I don't know, like before I gained a lot of weight, like right out of high school, I've always been big. Like I've never been skinny, but like right out of high school, I used to take the train from our hometown to Boston South Station, and then I would walk probably I don't know 6 miles to my apartment in Brookline from South Station. Like just all it would take hours. It would take like 4 or 5 hours. I would walk across the whole city to my apartment, have to go over bridges and cut through tunnels and like long, long, long walk. And I used to do that like a few times a week, every week, and I was never out of breath. I was fine. You know, this won't mean anything to people listening. You'll understand though, Dave. Like, I don't know if you remember when I was like 18 or 17 or something. I walked from my house to Cape Cod. I went over the bridge, and it's like I used to be able to just do that stuff. And then when I got into college and started freelancing, I gained like a ton of weight, and it's weird to have that go away and be like able to do that stuff again. Like I don't think I realized how much I missed it.
Yeah.
It's weird because your brain can get used to some pretty extreme shit, and it doesn't mean it's normal just because you get used to it.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like being addicted to drugs or anything that's destructive.
Yeah.
It's like you just, you know, eventually you find yourself wherever you find yourself at the end of that being like, oh,
yeah,
like what was I doing? Like who am I? Like you're like what is this now?
yeah,
And you have to like find what normal is and like yeah, anything with like a habit. It's like any bad habit that you get into, you know, it just becomes more and more heightened depending on where you're at. It's like so like for you with that, it's like you probably had just like bad eating habits anyway, and then
oh yeah,
you know a relationship with food that sucked, and then you cut out the one thing that was probably helping you,
yes. I
and
just
then you're like,
lived at a
watch
desk.
this just inflate.
Yes, taking away the bit of exercise. Not even a bit. I was doing a lot of walking back then, but like taking away that one thing was enough to have the whole. And then just being sedentary, sitting at a desk and just doing nothing but painting all the time. Goodbye. Like it's just completely. It's so crazy to look back on that and realize how fast it changed and how like quick my brain just made it the new normal. And it's like it's not normal just because you get used to it. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a thing, but yeah, it's so easy to get complacent with that stuff once it's a habit. You just go, "This is my life. This is what I do."
Yeah.
But
Or you like make any excuse for it or whatever. You're like,
yeah,
it's fine.
it's very weird. But I've been enjoying not having a car.
It's good. I talked to well, I didn't talk to, but I got messages about our stream where we talked about like I was talking about my quantum physics thing
Oh, sure, sure.
about like telling a story for yourself
Yeah,
and going through it.
yeah. What people
I
say?
got messages about that from your stream, just being like, I really liked that, and I'm gonna like try and do that.
That's
I was like,
cool.
oh, cool. I was like, I like that. The people actually gonna go for it.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
I think it's a version of that what we were talking about, like the deep thinking thing of just being like, let yourself live in a space, and it's really like Dan and I will have this thing where we're like, I can kind of see where other people go with paralysis,
Yeah,
where you go like, oh, I want to start this thing, but how do you even start that? We're trying to solve this problem, and like,
yeah.
that's how you don't solve it. You don't
That's
solve
yeah,
it by sitting there and asking that question. You just go, he's here, he's doing this, go. Just start, go, 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 go. Just keep going, keep going. You have something in mind you're trying to do,
yeah.
but as soon as you stop and think like, this has to happen this way, something has to happen here, it's like, no, you know generally where it's going. You just have to work your way through it. And then you'll probably find it along the way. Even by accident, you might find it along the way and be
Dude,
like, oh,
the
there it is.
the best advice for that I've seen in so long was that thing Miyamoto said about designing your first level last. Just start making fun levels, and then when you have a game, just make your first level because you'll understand what the game is and what
Yeah.
to introduce. Like that's helped me so much with writing stuff where I can just think of a cool thing and I don't have to paralyze myself with, but how do we get here and how does it make sense? You just start writing it, just do it. And then you can go back and introduce the beginning of it and make it make sense later, but it breaks you out of that waiting to start freeze that people know, that's what kills most people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the whole deal is just being open to going, and then being okay with things changing as
Yeah.
you go, and being like, here's how we naturally got here. This is like the fun idea that progressed from this seed of an idea. And we thought this was going to be about this. It actually turns out it's this. And that's what happens with like self reflection too. It's like you think you're going in and doing this thing. And like, let's say you're doing that thing I was talking about, that the person was like, write your own story idea sounded cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, because the same way when you're working on a narrative, you go like, I don't know where this is going. You feel like you should when you start. Like if you're not used to doing it, and you haven't solved that problem a bunch,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you should kind of know where you're going. But if you have just like a feeling of what you would like to happen, not even specifically, just like keep it in the back of your mind. There is a thing I'm trying to solve for.
Mm-hmm.
And then be like, your thing might be, I want to be this type of person, right? I want to be this type of artist or whatever. You can go into your thing thinking that and like finding your way through to like let's just as a thought exercise, I could do it right now.
Sure.
Being like, I'm starting out, I'm at home, I want to be a professional artist, I want to work in this field. What does that look like? How would I even start that? Well, studying's obviously important.
Mm-hmm.
Putting in a time, whatever. What do I do every day? Write down everything you do every day. Okay, I spend my time like this. What if I actually broke it down? What does that look like? What don't I do? What makes people even feel like they're productive? Maybe I should exercise. Maybe I should do maybe it's not about just becoming this person. Maybe it's about what does a productive person look like, not an
Yes.
artist. You start going into it and you go, oh, maybe I should exercise and like eat and then do the other stuff that's also like educational. Okay, so now I have this routine where I've set myself up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'll exercise and I'll do the other thing. I'll study, whatever. I'll set aside time for all these things. And maybe I'll cut out whatever else that feels extra. All right, I'm there now. Okay, I have that kind of like planned out. I'm working, I'm studying, I'm finding my way through to this. Every time I hit a wall, I'm writing down like, what is it that I'm bumping into and trying to solve for that. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, I'm at a point where I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm isolated now. Like I need to do something to grow this out and feel like I'm not just this person bumping up against this like invisible wall. Like what is this thing? Maybe other people can help. Maybe I can be a part of a community. Maybe I can make a community. Maybe I make a community. Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
Going from there, it's like, what do people even want? What do I even want? What is the thing I'm trying to do? Maybe part of making it real to me would be talking to people who do it. Maybe I should just do that. Talk to everybody. Start to define what this thing even is. Where do I end up after that? It's like, what I mean to say with all that is that once you start figuring out like the steps, then you have actual questions
Yeah.
in terms of what you're aiming at and what you're solving for. Instead of saying this nebulous idea of who I want to be in terms of like a one goal, I want to work in a game. Now you're actually thinking about the type of you that would work on that game. What does that person need to know? Who do they need to talk to? What does their life look like? When I imagine the person who's doing what I want to do or who is the type of person I want to be, what did they do? I talk to those people, ask them like what their daily routines like what did they do? And then you start to get like this clearer picture of what that could look like for you. And that's the story part of sometimes we're working on a narrative and a thing and we think we're trying to do one thing and we live in these characters' heads for long enough and go with like riffing on like how they would react to stuff, and then you find out that you're actually getting there through some other means,
Yeah.
or like a curveball comes in or something weird happens and all of a sudden they're thrown into a situation that ultimately resolves the thing that you were trying to figure out.
I agree.
But yeah, there's an organic way to do it. So instead of like sitting there and thinking like this will never happen for me, I'm gonna wait until this makes sense, or it's like no,
Yeah.
you
just
actually
do
have
it.
to start figuring it out.
Yeah. I think that was the biggest thing when I was starting out was making a community instead of trying to find one. That was like the
Yeah.
biggest help of just like, oh, okay, you can just do that. You can just make a thing. Whatever you're struggling with, there's a million other people that are probably struggling with it. So if you just light a beacon and go, hey, over here, people will probably find you.
Especially if you start saying, like what your goal is in terms of like
Yeah.
specifics. Like if you are trying to cut out phones and things and like start that movement, just be like, I want to show people what it would look like in terms of this specific constraint, how we could evolve and get better and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like maybe you find people, like there's whole groups of people that just do no fap.
Oh, I know. Whole subreddits.
It's like you can do your own things.
They talk about their power levels. They talk like they're DBZ characters.
Yeah. I mean, like if that can exist, you can do anything.
Yes.
Support group for guys who don't want to masturbate anymore.
I respect it.
Power to them.
I'll never be strong enough, but I respect it.
He is to be so busy that masturbating is not an option.
Yes, that is true. You get to treat it like taking your medication, maybe once in the morning, maybe once before bed. Maybe. That's it.
Actually,
That's
can't.
it.
But, yeah.
You get to treat it like taking your medicine. You can't just do it in the middle of the day.
It's true.
For in that path lies destruction.
Yeah. It's funny that meme of Bilbo looking at ChatGPT,
Yeah, it's the best.
but like literally the ring is your phone.
Yes, that's what I was saying earlier with it in my pocket. It's exactly
No,
that.
Like, quite literally is that.
Yes, 100%. And it sees
Like
you
as
too.
a literary device, it's that.
As a literary device, it's that, and also it sees you and it knows what you're doing, and it curates itself to be more addictive the more you use it. It's just like the ring. The more you put it on, the more you want to put it on because it shapes itself to suit your needs. It's so fucking gross.
It is funny to be in the world of like clear things happening where
I
you're like,
know.
oh, this is the stuff that they like wrote stories about,
Yes.
and now it's just normal.
Well, then I
It's like there's a
wonder.
warning in a story.
Then I wonder if it all like did World War II feel normal when it was happening for people? Did they get used to it and go, oh, this is normal now? And then afterwards, with hindsight, did they look back and go, wow, that really wasn't normal? Like in the beginning, it wasn't normal, but in the middle of it, did it start to feel routine to people? Did they just get used to it? And then only after it was over did they realize how fucked it actually was?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you have to go that far. It's just the same thing as like, well, people used to smoke on planes.
Yeah.
Weird. That's fucking weird.
That's the thing I always think of when people say, like, I can't believe we're accepting, insert whatever thing that's happening right now. And then it's like, well, yeah, because we probably won't in 10 years when we look back on it. We'll probably be like, yeah, that was bad. But in the middle of it, people, I mean, historically, when you're in the middle of something like that, people don't really see it for what it is. It's usually only after the hindsight.
You can only have hindsight with actual reflection.
Exactly.
So if you eliminate the need for reflection because of the addictive nature of all these things and everybody's an addict,
Yeah.
then it's going to be very hard. It's not like people who are addicted to sugar are all going to get together and be like, come on,
Mm-hmm.
we got to stop.
Like,
Maybe someday, but
I listened to an interview once. I can't remember where it was, with this old lady that was talking about living in London during the Blitz, and she talked about it so casually, where she was like, "Oh, we'd be at the market, and then the siren would go off, and we'd run underground, and we'd wait a few minutes, and we'd come back out and continue our shopping." Like, you got used to that. You got used to Nazi planes dropping bombs on your city. It has like it's crazy how routine insane shit can become and how quickly it can happen. And then only after it's over and you have some distance can you be like, oh, actually, that was fucking nuts. That thing was fucking crazy. And I just had to get used to it to get through it. Had to compartmentalize it and make it normal to survive day to day.
but that's you're only saying the bad part.
Yes.
The good part of that is that you can get used to very difficult things that don't
Yes.
feel difficult anymore.
Exactly.
And like the thing that I've like ever since having kids that I've been a proponent of is like, oh, I don't need less. I need more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's not that like having kids, yeah, it's hard. But not having kids is not easier.
I agree with
Not
that.
like not having kids is actually a bit of a detriment because you never get to really find your level. Like in terms of if all you thought about was just like your potential, once you start introducing things into your life that are like truly demanding of you and like actually hard, like projects can be super hard.
Mm.
It's like, but once you have like those types of things that never end, you just go, wait a second, wait a second. I used to think I was working to get to the end of a thing. Now I understand that's what life is. Life
Yes.
is things that happen to you and how you adapt. And the the mountain of that is there's no summit. You
No.
could keep going forever.
You go to
You'll
stop.
forever have that.
Yeah.
So you can just keep adding to that and you can decide any day to be like, you know what, my new normal is going to be that I do a book a year and then you're Stephen King.
Yeah.
Like you can just decide that for yourself
Mm-hmm.
and give yourself this crazy high thing to reach. Just say that you're going to be the person that does that and then just decide to do that and make it something you have to do. Like you can absolutely make these things happen because, you know, there's there are shitty parents and there are great parents.
Yeah.
But the amount of parents that don't end up with just like dead kids is shocking, given that.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that
It's
it's
like
the
so
majority,
even
yeah.
so even though like a ton of these people, you'd be like, oh, they're not super hard workers, but they find this new thing they're able to do when they have to, when they have a kid, and you go like, wow, having a kid is super hard. But these people that clearly didn't have discipline and anything else before that, they can do it.
Hmm.
And then you go, yeah, they might not be the best at it, they still are doing it. It's like, so you get used to crazy stuff. Normal people get used to crazy stuff. Like what Dan was saying, like surviving the Blitz,
Yeah.
all these things. It's like that can become normal. So if you just give yourself these things and go, like, this isn't stressful, this is just normal, this is just who I am now. Now you can do it. And your difficulty is directly in response to what you're willing to take on. It's like, cuz I tell my kids this all the time of like, look, if the only thing that ever happened to you in your life was you stubbed your toe, then that's the worst pain you've ever felt in your life.
Yeah.
And that's your point of comparison and what you're able to do and deal with. It's like, so if your worst pain is that your leg got blown off,
Yeah.
that's different. And now you have this other level of this thing that you're able to withstand. It's like, so exposure to difficult things just makes you more and more capable if you don't let it destroy you and you rise to the new responsibility that you've decided for yourself. It's like you can do that. And you can do it over and over again. It's when you decide, I'm not going to do these things because they're difficult, that you start to really suffer because, like I said, there is no upper limit to what you're capable of if you decide you are going to be able to handle that and you're just going to do it even though it feels impossible. All those things feel impossible, you know. Even when Dan and I started our books, it felt impossible.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing to realize you could just do.
Yeah, then you find out, well, people do this.
Yeah.
People do this stuff. So, like, why would anybody be just inherently better than us? Like, dumb people do this.
Yeah.
We can do this. You just got to learn it. It's that thing of like, you can become an artist. You just have to, like I said, like lay out the path. Find actually what that means and like what it will realistically take. The only thing in your way is a lack of exposure to the correct way of doing things or a way of doing things, and then just your input into it and what you're willing to learn.
I've been doing a
Anyways,
similar.
decide to do a lot of things.
Yes.
You'll
Doing
get a lot
more.
of things done.
Doing more is always better than doing less for anybody listening.
Yeah.
Variety's good too. Try weird things.
Yeah.
You might find out you're actually a big fan of something you never would have even considered. Never in a
The
million
opposite
years.
is to give kids an iPad.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing of like, that's the giving up. That's the not deciding that you're going to take responsibility
It's
and
outsourcing
going,
your
I
dopamine.
want to get out of this somehow.
Yeah. Outsourcing your fulfillment to a quick hit.
It's that quote. When you're going through hell, keep going.
Keep going. Only way out is through. the Teddy
I caught
Roosevelt
myself
thing.
the other day doing that.
What happened?
I was on the stream and I was talking, and I said, somebody was asking about projects, and I said, well, here's the truth. The problem is the solution.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so the problem right now is I don't have enough money. The solution is to make more projects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like it costs money to take the time to do that. That's the problem. The solution is you get a bunch of money for doing projects and having a bunch of things that just make money.
Yeah.
So you have to decide what level of discomfort are you willing to take on to solve that problem. And it's more or less like the reason young people are the ones who do that more often than not is because they're not as risk averse.
Yeah.
Like young people are willing to do things like that. As you get older, you become more fearful and you don't do them as much.
Yes, you calcify. You start to
So you have to
become your final form.
you have to actively say like, this is going to be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's what I'm doing right now with my weight loss.
Yeah.
So this is gonna suck. I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna feel like shit. And yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do exercise every day. We're gonna stop eating tons of shit. We're gonna eat on a schedule. We're gonna get a food therapist. We're gonna do all the things. We're gonna get our sleep studied. We're gonna do all that shit. It's gonna suck, and it does suck. It's very hard, but it's worth it. If you hit a plateau and it starts to fail, introduce a medicine to help you get through it. Whatever you gotta do, just keep. It's just, it's just a constant suffering, but it leads to really good things.
Yeah. And you have to like make a decision too of like analyze why you think these things. Like think about like for me it was a matter of thinking about the projects. What actually is it? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
And is it out of fear? If it's out of fear, then it's on you to ignore that.
Yeah.
You have to just do it. And again, look at your time. Do you have time? How uncomfortable can you feel?
Yeah. While meeting your bare minimum needs.
Yes.
How much uncomfort can you feel without dying?
So yeah, I've been like going back over like all our stuff and everything.
Yeah.
I went through all of it.
There's so much, dude. So much unused material.
Well, I mean, there's a ton of stuff that's like, I honestly was going back over and I just, like even with like Skull and Shark, I went
Yeah.
through it in my head and I was like, now that I'm so used to doing the stories, I mean like all day, every day, I've been telling stories with the kids for like years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like kind of natural now, like it just flows.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what does the beginning of this look like? And I just went through the whole beginning and I was like, well, this needs to feel like this because of this. The characters need to feel like that because, you know, this is what the situation is, you know, we're trying to present. And I was just going through it and I was like, so little dialogue has to happen.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I went back to like our first script for it. And I said, I actually think this is correct.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so simple.
Yep.
It's so straightforward.
We did overcomplicate it.
I was like, now I went back to it and I was like, just at its basic framework, I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need to be anything more than this. It's very much like, it's more the theming. I was like, when I was going over it again and I started like working through it,
yeah.
I was like, it's just strong themes. Get the themes down. Like, as long as that's like clear, then everybody gets what's happening. It's like it's going straight through this
Yeah.
this one thing. And like
It's actually
I thought it was pretty good when I like looked at, I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like improvise your way through to the end of that one and be like solid because
I
the
didn't.
foundation's easy.
I don't think Skull and Shark really clicked for me until I saw Fury Road, and then I was like, oh, you can just do a thing where the whole plot is we're going from point A to point B, and just fill it with cool stuff, and that's really all that. You don't need anything more than that. You don't need another level. It can just be, this is what we're doing, and then make it a really cool journey, and like that's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking when I look back. I was like, this is a ride,
Yeah,
and it needs to feel like a fun ride, and
yeah,
like you have to feel like you're getting something here is a little deeper than just the ride itself.
hmm
But other than that, it's like pretty much this
yeah.
ride.
It's a ride. Yeah,
So I went back over it and I was like, this is going to be fairly easy. And if I'm doing like that comic inking style,
mm.
it's like kind of expressive,
Yeah,
then I'm like, it's fine. Like that's pretty cool. And like a couple like painted pages here and there,
yeah,
like they do in like manga books,
yeah,
that'll be great.
yeah. I agree. Realizing that
Color book
less is
paint.
perfectly okay. It's like a huge, it's like a huge thing. I think everybody has to kind of find on their own. You don't
Yeah,
need to, you don't
unless
need to
it's
do as
something
much
like
as you think you're doing.
yeah, in general that's true.
Yeah,
But then also with like more with certain things is good. You know, like some stuff, some stuff is like letting things breathe and being in it and being like, hey,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
fun,
I
we're
agree.
playing.
I agree with that. I think the big
But
thing
some stuff is not.
I think the big thing I'm referencing with that is like when we did the TV scripts and realizing, okay, we can write 60 pages and we can love all 60 pages and we can still delete 30, and it's actually better when we delete the 30. It's like
Yeah,
there's something really, really powerful creatively about being able to just go, okay, I did all this stuff and I like it, and now I'm just going to force myself to wipe out half of it and only keep the best stuff and then keep going. And like, it doesn't, like, yes, I can write 60 pages for this story, but it doesn't need to be that.
yeah. Specifically, there was a one part of Skull and Shark that I was like, just immediately going back through to it, I was like, oh, that can be gone.
Can you give me a hint?
I can just type it to you.
Sure.
It's the weakest part. It's not super good. It's whatever. I was like looking at it like this could be somebody else. This could be a
Oh
different
yeah,
thing.
100%. Yeah, that
This
was
thing is this feels forced.
that was vibes. That was entirely a vibes-based decision. Doesn't
Yeah,
serve any
I was
plot
like,
purpose.
yeah, that doesn't need to be there. It just needs to be all of a feeling of what this world is.
Adding that character that you just typed to me was kind of like when people overdo a menu. You're like, oh yeah, we have really good pizza and burgers, and that's like what this place is. But also, it would be cool to have variety, so let's add some Chinese food. And it's like, yeah, it's a new thing, and technically it's more. Like, it's more flavors in that world, but that's not always a good thing.
Yeah, that's adding something that's like,
Just for the sake of having another thing.
yeah, it's leaning too much into the pulp in a bad way. It's
Yeah.
like it's like when, like Hobo with a Shotgun has like trauma stuff in it.
That character was also invented to serve a plot purpose and not because it started as a character, which I think is always usually a pretty bad thing, where like the end is decided before you even create the character. Like, they're only existing as a tool to get you from here to here, because that character came entirely out of us deciding we were going to make it a more serious plot and going, okay, we need somebody who can betray them. And it can't be the characters we have because we've already fleshed out those characters and we like them and we know where they're going. So we go to invent a new character to force this thing to go from here to here, and their entire purpose for existing is to be a betrayer. And it just makes a weak character because that's, you're starting and ending with their whole thing is this one note purpose they serve in the plot.
pretty much know, going back over it, what needs to be cut.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount. A lot of the stuff that's like, we don't, the same reason when like you read back on like Steve Volume 1 and we're like trying to make it a book.
Yeah.
There's a few things like that in there where you're like, don't really need all that.
Yeah.
Or like kind of just feels like we're trying to do something with it.
I think we cut like half of the third book out of the third book and replaced it with new stuff at this point. I think literally like 14 chapters were probably cut or redone.
Like the group. That thing I sent you. I was like, the group is bad.
Let me take a look. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Like, going back over it, I was like, oh, all you really need to know is that the group's gone.
Right.
Like, that's it. Like, and all that's like the disappointment of like, oh, we're doing this thing in the, the beginning part.
Yeah.
It's like the disappointment can come from that's all gone. Like,
Right.
this is way more lost of a cause than you realized.
Hmm.
And there's nothing left. Like, no hope remains.
I gotta go back and read whatever version of the script you're reading. I haven't looked at that in probably 3 years.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
It's just like, just giving it that, because that feeling needs to be there. The theme of like, you are at the end of your rope.
Yeah.
And this thing that's about to happen is what happens when you're at the end of your rope. And this can only happen this way because balance and all that.
Right.
Like, that's the whole purpose of this. That's why we got to this place. That's the only reason this is happening this night, whatever.
Actually,
Because otherwise, that wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? It's like when you're watching like the interesting thing about Irontown and Princess Mononoke isn't that they're going to be okay. It's that they've gone so far in this disconnect from this forest spirits and all this that like they're lost.
mm-hmm.
And there's really, unfortunately, only one way for them to come back from that.
Mm-hmm. It's introducing the wrong path.
Yeah, it's just divine intervention.
Yeah.
And it's like at a certain point, a tornado comes through.
Yeah.
It's the thing that like nobody else can do. It's not man. It's not,
Yeah.
war is not going to do it. That's kind of where I was leaning with the whole thing.
What specifically?
Where I was leaning.
Oh, yeah.
Just the idea of like Kami and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of where my mind went with the whole thing. I was like, that's got to be like it. That's got to be like the initial, because I think it's something that like the reason why I feel in a lot of ways those like Ghibli movies work so well, and a lot of like Japanese things in general. It's not, just like cultural stuff. It's not that. It's this idea of like a balance to the world. Like there's something so inherently obvious about that
Yeah.
that it feels good when you're watching it and you go, that just makes sense. Like, of course this needs to happen.
Yeah.
Like that, because it feels like true justice in some sense.
Right.
you're like, of course that should happen.
It's that, what is it, Shinto? That whole thing, everything has to exist in balance, and if it doesn't, all these things have to happen to correct it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's the best part of those movies for sure.
It's like all it feels like to me.
It's a cool feeling of it's a cool way of feeling right and wrong without morality attached to it. It's like morality feels very Western, and like they have a
Yeah.
sense of right and wrong and balance. Balance is right and imbalance is wrong. And it's not about good and bad, it's just about balance and imbalance. And I think that's
Yeah, we just go, this is just too much.
yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool way of looking at it because it's like free of judgment. Like there's not really bad guys in Princess Mononoke. Like there's different perspectives on a thing, and there's people living in ways that are out of harmony and out of balance, and there's people that are trying to be more in balance, but no one's really a villain in the movie. It's just kind of it's not like a moral judgment on these people. It's just
It's just people with different goals
yeah,
who are colored by the world that they're in,
yeah,
and you get to watch how that plays out. It's like, even at the end, it's like those dudes that were taking the head and running away, like they don't die, like nothing happens to them. The guy survives. That's kind of where I was at with it. I was like, I want that feeling of like your characters don't need to have super redeeming qualities.
no,
There just needs to be some sense of like spiritual justice.
right. It's like again, Fury Road. Max in that movie isn't like a really good guy. He's kind of a piece of shit, and he's just trying to survive, and you know he's killed a ton of people. And like he just makes a decision like, okay, I'm gonna help these people get back to where they came from and take it over, but that's about it. And then he just leaves. And it's like he doesn't need to be this amazing good character. He doesn't need to be like Aragorn, where you like flesh out this entire oh my, he's so selfless, and he's going to give these speeches, and he's going to be this moral force for good.
Yeah,
It's
he's gonna
just,
find himself at the end and be able to
yeah,
relay what he's learned.
exactly. It's not that at all, and that's enough. And it's not only just enough; it's what you need for that kind of story, because it would feel worse if those other things happened at the end. It's also another great example of like I know they kind of hint at it with what's his name, Nux, the I can't remember his name, who sprays his teeth, the Nicholas Hoult
Oh, yeah.
character. They kind of put a little romance in where he has a crush on one of the girls, but it doesn't work out. But there's no like romance plot in Fury Road. Like all the tropes that people think they need for a good story, the hero finding himself and saving the world, and you know the romance plot, and like it's not there. And it doesn't need to be there. It's a really good example of like this can just be this, and you don't need to force all that other shit in.
Yeah. I kind of want to just like, I don't know, start doing all this stuff. Like just start
Rewriting it or
without.
what?
Yeah, kind of, but like we already. I feel like we know it,
Yeah, could do it in a day.
and so it's not really a matter of like I don't the thing that I like kind of don't want to do that I'm more leaning into like nowadays
Hmm.
is like the kind of Tokyo pop thing.
Yeah.
Where like I'm just thinking like I kind of just want to do one issue, not like put it out, but like one issue
Mm-hmm.
that is solid,
Yes.
and then be like, this works. This just works. You know that one at like the beginning of Berserk where he's doing something, right?
Yes.
It's not like that defines Berserk for the next book. Like
No.
that's not like all it ever has to be.
Yeah.
And what it ends up being is like tons of shit happens in Berserk. You can feel that it's like a serial thing, but
Yeah.
as an arc, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like leaving the door a little open, but we ultimately know the whole thing. Like we know exactly where it's going and
Yeah.
what we're doing.
So all we'd need
But
for
leaving it
that-
open,
Go ahead.
I don't want to write 3 complete issues. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is like we already know the 3 issues,
Yeah.
but if something cooler is starting to happen in the art in the first issue, that'll change the next issue.
Right.
Being like, oh no, wait, this is actually cooler than that. We decided to do this thing. There's a panel here. He shouldn't say that. You should do this. Like, kind of keeping the whole thing together, but writing it as we go to make sure that
Yeah.
it feels natural and like moves all together as one piece, not like complete script art is locked into that like a cement block.
Yeah, having a map of where you're going, but feeling free to take detours along the way.
Yeah, and not even like detours that change the story, just
Yeah.
you
Explore
know, another
explore
version
the
of
things.
doing the same thing.
Exactly, yeah. If you find something that's worth exploring, feel the freedom to explore it.
That's kind of where I'm at, because like that happens all the time. Of like, I think of like what's like Breaking Bad. Like they did that all the time.
Yeah. They knew where
They
they
were
were
like-
going and they took little side steps,
Yeah, like they didn't think Jesse would survive.
which is
The
so
first
funny.
season.
It's so funny going back and realizing that.
Right. It's like, but think of that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like, let's say we do a character and we really like him.
Yeah.
It's like we don't have to follow the script and kill that character.
No.
And that's kind of what I want to do. I don't want to put in all the work on 100% complete script only to find something we really like or something we want to do and then feel like, well, we have to throw all that away.
The nice thing about doing it that way is you just have a very small checklist you need to get each issue done. And it's basically just what are the characters in this issue? Where are they going? And what's the cool thing that defines this issue? What are they encountering, or what are they seeing, or what are they learning? What's the thing? And once you have those 3 things, it kind of can write itself. You're free to go explore. Once you have that, you have a destination, you have a thing they're going to experience that's going to be the cool thing of that issue, and then you have the characters, and like it's pretty easy checklist to hit.
Yeah, and once we see the world start to develop, then that'll also change like what we decide to do. It's like
Yeah.
maybe the theme for the next place is actually maybe not a good fit anymore, because now that we're like seeing this thing, it's like, oh, there's actually this other element there that we could use,
Right.
or to vary it up a bit. Maybe we could do this, keep all the same beats and like stuff that happens, but now that we're seeing what this is looking like, it's like maybe that's too much of the same or something. Like that's more or less what I'm thinking. It's like just being like, as I felt that way in Steve.
Yeah. I think
Like
it would
took
be
seeing all of book 1 before
yes.
going into book 2 and being like, when we write this, we really got to think of like where they're at, what's
yeah,
happening.
what's going on.
Like
Not
it-
throw things in
yeah,
just
like
to throw things in.
Yeah, like stuff needs to be like there. Like they can't just be in the cave all the time. Like you
Yeah.
need to show like other stuff.
Well, the big
to make
mistake,
it
the big
appealing.
the big mistake we made with the first Steve book was one of the things we were talking about earlier, which is also the thing you're talking about with that character we're going to cut out of Skull and Shark, which is we weren't used to writing, so we just thought that you had to do certain things to make a plot. So we were like, there has to be a bad guy, right? And we invented this whole thing with Kiefer, and then it just became this giant knot that we couldn't untie that was kind of like bogging down all these other opportunities for comedy that we couldn't do because we had to address the elephant in the room of that character. And it just became about, it basically became, the second book became a tug of war between us having fun writing a book and us figuring out how do we get rid of this character in a satisfying way so we can move on and just do fun stuff.
Yeah.
And like feeling that pressure, like, oh, we have to include this because that's just what people do, is like something definitely to get away from. And I think what you're talking about with the new style of doing Skull and Shark this way would be good just for us as trying to get better at writing too, the same way the TV show was, where it's like it's a new way to learn how to improve that skill. Like instead of planning out the whole thing and finishing all the scripts and proofreading it and then doing all the artwork once it's done, doing one issue, doing the art, moving on, writing the next issue next, that's something we haven't really done.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's really important because, like, I'm being completely serious. Like, I have told about like 500, like thousands of stories to the children, and like
Sure.
in that time of improving stories, literally every fucking day, I do it to some extent every day. I've learned more than anything that I get better at telling stories when stuff happens. It's like I need to not know.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing is huge.
Yeah.
And then just like that's when I'm at my best is just having no clue and then solving in the moment and having really good creative solutions for stories
Yeah.
and being like, oh, right, then this, then this. And I'm like, then the kids will put you on your toes where they're like, and then this thing happens and like whatever. And they'll like throw stuff at me of like, include this, like do this thing next and like whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just go with that and I keep like improving like over and over and over until we're, like the amount of stories I've told about Samus on adventures
Yeah.
and like things that happen and like whatever, like so many things, and I'm getting better at it, but like that's the best part is being like we're seeing it unfold and in the moment I have a thought.
Yeah.
How do you solve for that? You're seeing something now you're in the environment. It's like D&D.
Yeah. Theater
It's
of
like
the
you
mind.
go into a room.
Yeah.
Part of the interesting bit that makes the story good is that you're observing what's around you too. It's like you can't really see that in the writing.
No.
Like sometimes that's like the art. Like you see this thing and like I've run into that doing Steve where like why wouldn't the characters do this? I see that thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not reacting to that. So I have to remove stuff that maybe would make sense because you're like, well, that doesn't suit the story, but like, how come Flay doesn't use his mind thing here?
Right.
He could.
He could.
He could do this thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a smart character, why wouldn't he do
Why
this?
isn't Steve using his magic more when he can see him do crazy stuff with it later?
Right. And
Yeah.
you start to see these little holes because you're seeing them in a space and you're like, oh, they could do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just different than seeing isolated events in your mind when you're writing and you don't get to like experience the full thing.
It's tunnel vision because you're trying to get from point A to point B to finish a script, and it's not taking the time to really live in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
sure.
that will be a fun exercise for Skull and Shark. Because Skull and Shark's so simple.
Yeah. There's
but I feel
plenty
like it
of
just
room.
Needs to live in that.
Yeah. Steve at this point is like a ball of yarn, and there's like 100 characters, and there's stuff we can do with all of them, and it's about untangling it in a satisfying way. And Skull and Shark is like a single thread. It's like here's this one thing, and then whatever we can find to be cool around that one thing.
But also with Steve, like Steve is conversational. It's like
Yes.
that's like the whole thing. So that's the improv, and we do that. That's the
Mhm.
thing I'm kind of getting at. Is like we do that in Steve right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to have the freedom to do that in Skull and Shark. But I think the version of that happens in Skull and Shark isn't conversational. It's action oriented.
Yeah, action and aesthetics. Yeah.
So being able to see it is the thing that's improvising.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be much more of a what if kind of thing instead of what about. It's not going to be coming up with the best replies.
No. It's about like what's the best action to take next.
Yeah.
And given the situation that you're in,
Yeah.
what would this character do? Like you're panicking in the moment. You're this person who just did something.
We're basically
You're in this space. What do you do?
trying to make the coolest haunted house and figure out what spooks and monsters we want in there, and where do we want people to feel certain things, and where do we put the coolest stuff, and what would be cool to have in here.
You gotta get off the streams. I can tell you what I already did.
Oh, okay. I can end this. I can end the stream.
I have so much stuff I wanted to tell you.
Okay, I'll just end the stream. Guys, I'll come back later tonight for another stream. What have we been on for? It's been at least 4 hours, hasn't it? It's perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable stream length. 3.5, close enough. I'll be back later. Love all you.